Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. I'm glad you're here. We'll have a good time tonight going over the latest and greatest going on in the country. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm on a brand new mic that I just got. And so I hope that I'm loud and clear and everybody can hear me. All right. So yeah, we got a lot of good topics that we're going to talk about tonight. Oh, good. Thank you. So I did send a few invites out there. So hopefully, when I get some of my panelists, then we can go ahead and get started. But other than that, boy, what a week. What a week. Thank you. Oh, you need the link? Okay, I did send it to you earlier, but I'll send it again. All right. Okay, I just sent it. LVZ. Yes, after the eclipse, but Brandoon, remember we got the blood moon coming up on November 8th. And the fact the same day as election day is the blood moon. So if you think you've seen a lot now, wait until after that blood moon. Oh, thank you, Mr. Pirate Brain. Thank you. He said, "Good evening, Lisa. Your Kyrie Irving video was excellent. Thank you." Okay. So I just want to say this as a reminder. My chat is subscriber only. So if you want to be able to be in the chat, you have to be a subscriber. If you decided you don't want to subscribe to my channel, that's fine. Just you can sit in the background and listen. Okay, and so this is the way I am going to have it from now on. You have to be a subscriber in order to participate in the chat. Okay, we got LVZ. How you doing? Shalom, KD. Shalom, LVZ.
Shalom, Lisa. How you doing?
Uh,
Shalom, y'all. I love y'all.
cannot
What's going
hear
on?
you. All right, what is going on here?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you too, KD. All right, we're good. How y'all doing?
I'm good, sis. Shalom. Much love, much love. Just hanging in there, ready to
Oh,
dive in. There's so much to talk about now, ain't it?
It sure is,
I'm
man.
doing good. I'm good. I'm doing good too. You know what I'm saying? Taking the enemy's money the legal way.
Okay. All right. Yes, we're going to talk about Kyrie. I got his interview that he did after the game, and he, all of this stuff about him watching, the movie and the book, Hebrews to Negroes. Yes, that came up. They're trying to tear him down like they did Kanye. Now, do I agree with Kanye? Hell no, I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't like how they're publicly taking him down. And darn well, you got these white supremacists saying far worse out here. And I never see them publicly getting the media involved in tearing them down. So it is a very biased thing. And, look, I don't have to like what you say in order to not like what I see happening to you. And yeah, he brought a lot of it on himself, but I think there's a big difference between Kyrie and Kanye. One thing about
Indeed.
Kyrie is he's sticking with the message. Where Kanye, he may mention things about Hebrew Israelites, but he's really all over the place. So we're gonna I want to play for you Kyrie's interview so you can, and then we'll move forward and just chat about that for a while. They pulled a Nick Cannon. Now, see, no, that's why I always say, y'all don't fall, don't be Nick Cannon. don't be Nick
And another
Cannon.
thing, and another thing, I want y'all to listen. He didn't Nick Cannon either. When we
No,
talk about this afterwards, I want
yes.
y'all to notice this is totally different from
Mhm.
Nick Cannon and Kanye. Just pay
Yes.
attention.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I want to play this interview, and we'll come right back to talk about it. All right. Okay, give me a 1 if you can see my screen. All right, hold on. I got to stop sharing for a second. I'm going to get this right, y'all. All right. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Give me a 1. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Let's get started. All right.
Kyrie, while we're on the topic of promotion, why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults. And it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I was just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it. Do you see me me in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are.
Yeah, I put it out there just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
It's not.
You put things out there for a living, right?
Right, but my stuff is
Great.
not.
So let's move on.
Filled
let's
with
move on.
Anti-Semitic.
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing
I'm
that.
another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that by
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing.
By
It's no
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making
did,
up, bro. Move on.
But by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
Anybody
Do you guys have any more questions?
and they're going to say,
you guys have any more
does he have
questions? Because this is going to be a clip.
beliefs?
This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
But you're not answering the question.
This is another answering your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we could be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
All right. Y'all saw that, right? All right.
Exactly.
Okay. So go ahead, LVZ. What were you going to say?
Well, I talked about this earlier. I broke it down on my channel. Thank you, Danielle Meyer, for letting me know Lisa sent me the email. They've been messing with my emails, Lisa. That's why I ain't even know we was gonna go on today. So I was ready too.
Mhm.
But we was talking about this. I listened to it and I said, this is exactly what Kanye didn't do. All right, the first thing, he tweeted a DVD that said, Hebrews to Negroes, wake up Black America. That was it. That was it. They turned it into the movie and the documentary and all of that. Now, of course, he probably saw it if he tweeted that. But all that was saying was, hey, Black people. He was talking to Black people.
Exactly.
Then today, he never disparaged. He never said the word Jews, y'all. That's the first thing. He never said the word. Then he never launched into what they own. None of this, none of that. How they doing this to me? How they doing that to me? No. What he said was, this was a message to my people, to help my people, to let my people know that this originated here. That's all. My biggest problem was the Alex Jones thing, because he should have known who Steve Coakley was. You didn't have to put up Alex Jones. Alex Jones is linked to so much shady shit that it almost throws off your argument.
Mm-hmm.
If you put somebody like a brother like Steve Coakley instead of that white man, you would have been in a better standing. But that's for another day. Right now, we're talking about this. This is exactly how, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you want to be represented. You do not want a scatterbrained moron who is talking about white lives matter, slavery was a choice. Now, and then the Jews run all the banks. No, you don't want that.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk
You
about
want,
him. We're gonna talk about him a little later, but trust me, Kanye's
I
coming up.
know,
We're gonna talk about him.
I
I
know,
mean,
but
look,
go ahead, bro.
go ahead, go ahead. No,
No,
what I
I
was
was
about
about
to
to
say
say,
was, for all this
yeah.
so-called anti-Semitic BS, if anything, they're stealing from us, because the real term is anti-Shemitic.
Right.
And for further notice, for people that know, all they got to look at is Revelation, the first chapter, and you'll see what Kyrie was talking about. And he's absolutely right. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay. What were you gonna say, LVZ? You wanted to add more to it?
I was gonna say, this is exactly how you want to be represented. You can't call somebody what, like he said, what did I say that was anti-Semitic? I didn't say anything. I said that I was expressing, and he in the beginning said, I don't have hate for anybody. I respect all religions, this, that, and the third, but I'm saying this is a part of my heritage.
Right.
I'm saying the way he did not, you can't say a person is anti, and he said, well, let's have a rational discussion when we talking about religion. It's a taboo. No, I can't talk. No, I don't live my life that way. I can
Okay.
talk about religion. So basically, all of this anti-Semitism, where is it coming from? He's being anti-Semitic against who? So now you start talking about, well, what's in the movie? Well, what is in the movie? Anti-Semitic tropes. Well, that's too vague. Is it a swastika and they praising Adolf Hitler?
No.
Can you can you give me a clip? Because
No,
all I saw
we never get that.
from
We never get that.
exactly.
We never get what it is. I think it's the whole concept of us saying we are the real Hebrews, which is anti-Semitic, which it absolutely is not. Again, if you know who the Hebrews are, you would know we are Shemitic people, plain and
But
simple.
see,
And
hold on, Lee.
listen, to that point,
Let me get to one more
Let her
point,
get
and
it.
I will let you and Katie dive in here. He is a grown man. What is wrong with a grown man when he's on his time? He's not on the court, and he's just out interacting on social media, and he happens to post a movie or a book that he likes. I just don't understand. do they have such a tight leash on these athletes? At the end of the day, they're still grown men. You have such a tight grip on them that they can't even go on social media and just say, well, hey, check out this movie or check out this book. And then they say you're promoting it. No, see, promoting means he would have been out there grandstanding about it. He would have been out there, doing some long drawn out propaganda about it. He's not doing that. He just posted a link. So these men are not supposed to enjoy certain things in life. They got to do everything, even in their personal life, according to what these folks say. That's ridiculous to me. This grown-ass man got to be told what he can and cannot look at. I think that's going way too far. Go ahead, LVZ.
I'm about to say, damn, that's slavery, sis. That's slavery, what you talking about right there. That's slavery, sound like to me. But what I was going to say for KD dive in real quick, I was going to say that the problem is, like you said, it seems like the problem is saying that blacks are the original Hebrews, but for some reason they can't tell you. See, they have to say it's other things, but when you say that, they know they can't say that that's anti-Semitic, because that starts the whole conversation. Mm-hmm. So they have, if you notice, the one time that Kanye said that to another Jewish man, he went, well, I mean, seriously, that's what happened, folks. And then he started to babble, and I was like, damn, Kanye, right. You lost it.
That's the problem with Kanye. Kanye really don't get his thoughts together. He really don't. He just kind of babbles, like LVZ says. He really needs to really get his thoughts together before he talk, because it's like when he opens his mouth, he's all over the place. And there's no real consistency. He's just babbling all over the place.
Fact. So that's why I tell people, don't get behind a babbling idiot. Now, this brother right here, I don't agree with every point when he says everything. But this right here, I got his back. And when he said, it don't matter what you think, I got an army around me, he does. See, because he's speaking on code. You don't give them too much. Right now, he ain't said nothing where they can continue to say, oh, you're anti-Semitic, you're anti-Semitic. How? What did I do?
Mm-hmm.
And now people talking about this could rise to the people wanting to some heifer sent that to me on Twitter. The tropes would rise like how it happened in Nazi Germany and their work.
Oh my
I was like,
goodness. We don't have no history. I was about to say, right. What the hell are you talking about?
I was about to say, so she's so coonish that you let them people tell you that black people want to put somebody in some damn ovens. We ain't saying no shit like that.
No, it ain't.
But yet the entire time, all throughout their history, what have they done, LVZ? What have they done, Lisa? They've been stealing from us. So this so-called anti-Semitic term that they made up, they stole from the real term, which is anti-Shemitic, which means everything that's according to their history. They've been stealing everything from us, including that term. They know we're the real ones. They just don't want to. They're scared to admit it in public. You know what I'm saying? They get all the hippie fit and then want to throw terms at us like we're the bad ones. No, y'all the bad ones. Y'all stole every damn thing.
Yeah. True Royal?
Yes. Can you hear my voice?
Girl, I miss you so much. I'm so glad you're here. We miss you being online.
I know.
We miss you. We miss you.
I
You know
know a
how
lot of
many times I've been online and people like, "Where's True Royal? Everybody's asking about you."
yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails. I'm coming back, folks. I'm coming back. I'm
You know
coming
how
back.
our people are. You can't disappear for a day. They gonna start questioning
Yeah,
things.
Yeah.
You know
I've
how
been
our folks are.
I've been gone for a
Well,
minute.
Terrell, no, I check up on her privately, so you know, me and her good.
Yeah, so do I.
Uh-huh.
So do I. She's like my sister from another mother.
Yes, definitely. So I wanted to give my input because I was listening.
Okay. Okay.
And y'all know on my channel I often quote my biological father, and I was thinking about the enemy. And um my father said the very thing that the enemy fears, they project it on you. And when a black man masterfully can project their ills, then it's all about trying to control the narrative. And when they can do it and articulate it, we ain't gonna use none of the physical. Articulate it, they're very concerned. Now we know that LVZ sometimes he takes a comedic approach or use satire, but we know in our community that LVZ is dead ass serious and stuff, and we you know we can pick up on these type of energies. So what we are looking at, and this is we you know if we know some of the word, and especially in the lost books, I always talk about the nature of things. So what is naturally supposed to happen? Okay, well, when you look throughout history, naturally you have people, you know, groups of people that lead, and they've been leading on a false narrative. You know, they're the originals. They're not original of anything. And so the greatest fear, because I've often said to the enemy, lay your swords down and start evenly with my kings, and who will naturally take over. So you're just holding on to the very last inklings of whatever, if any black man or woman too, as well, speak and articulate what we are talking about, and to the point of, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm gonna throw it at you where you are feeling those daggers. We already know, most of us know who we are. We know that we are great. We know that we are the first of everything. And we are so sick and tired that you continue to put shit in our face. And like Lisa said, you want to micromanage a black man, but then you want to call yourself a good old boy. They are already showing that they ain't nothing but near little boys, but then our men who stand firm on their position, articulate what they articulate, it is fears. You
Right.
are done. This is I've often said we have won the war, but we will continue to see the enemy win these battles, but we cannot react to it like they have won the overall war.
Okay. But you know what? Kyrie is not really the only one that didn't bend. Do y'all realize, and many of you might know, Ice Cube refused to meet with them. You know, and to this day, that's why they hate on him so much. But they tried to come for him at one point in time, and he was like, "No, I ain't meeting with you. No." So, Mr. Mystical Black Realms, thank you so much for the super chat. Shalom, True Royals, and Black Broadcast. Let me go back. It's going kind of fast here. Um, let me see if I can get it. Oops, sorry about that.
That's right, Donna
Hold on,
C.
is it going? That's right, Donna C. I do.
Mhm.
All right. Shalom, True Royals. Your Black broadcast has been certainly missed. Shalom to you as well. Lisa Cabrera, Grand Evening, co-host LVZ and Gangsta Brew. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You know what I was thinking of, Lisa?
What's that?
When you were saying that ICE wouldn't meet with them at
Mhm.
all.
Mhm.
Look at what what's his name? The other brother that keep meeting with them, and
Nick
how
Cannon.
and how he done
Yeah,
made
that's why I keep saying don't be like Nick Cannon.
a
He don't
Yeah.
have he proved that he ain't got he got peanuts for balls. That's what Nick
Yeah, he
Cannon
does.
got. His
Yeah,
balls
he's
are
so
peanuts.
see what he's trying to do. He's trying to, in one sense, trying to please the whole, on both sides, and you can't. You have to stand very firm on your position as a Black man and a Black woman. You can't please who they have blatantly. Look what they have done to us blatantly in our face.
But let me tell y'all something. It was on my first video that I did on Kyrie, and one of them actually came over to my channel and posted, my channel needs to be taken down for being anti-Semitic. You see how they try to pull that everywhere they go? They try to pull that.
Well,
I blocked the person, but
yeah.
they came over to say that on my first video yesterday that I did on Kyrie.
But you didn't say nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
I commented on
It
that video. You just
It is
all you did was
right, but LVZ, that's the point. It's a form of manipulation. That's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
You anti-Semitic.
Yeah, Rose of Sharon, thank you for the super sticker. Go ahead, LVZ.
I was about to say, man, it's crazy that you anti-Semitic. Now, you know what's so funny though? Look, you're anti-Semitic. Now they ain't say nothing about Donald Trump been saying shit. They ain't worried about
You
it.
know
They
what
let
he
it go.
said? Yes, I'm glad
Right.
you brought that up.
Mel Gibson that said shit. These motherfuckers love Hitler.
Mel Gibson has pretty much pat the Nazis on the back for what they did to him.
Exactly. And he's still in movies,
You
right?
didn't rip him down. Right.
He's still in movies right now.
To him. Yeah.
But this
Because
is
at the end of the day,
make me
you know why
laugh.
they didn't, LVZ? You know why they didn't? Because at the end of the day, they're all white.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're still white. You can be mad at me. But look, True Royal, you made me laugh, and you made me think of a joke as soon as you came back. Look, he say, Nick Cannon, I know what he trying to do. And the first thing I thought was, I do too. Please them 27 baby mamas he got. And that's why
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, right.
That's why he's nasty like that. Only reason he gotta be friends. He got 27. He just had another damn kid. He gotta please a lot of that. He like, I got to feed these children. But we can't forget why Ice Cube stand down like that. Well, I was talking about that on my channel yesterday. Hey, we got to give shouts out to Professor Griffin, Public Enemy. Remember, they were the hottest group going. And Professor Griff said some things that were more eloquent, but it was what he learned from the minister, heard Dr. Khaled say, and they took Public Enemy shit off the shelf for a year and a half until they fired Professor Griff. And to this day, Professor Griff still talks about that. So that was the first case of that happening.
Well, they tried to approach Spotify to get Kanye's music taken off, and Spotify just came out in public and said they're not taking his music off.
I was like, nah, that ain't got nothing to do with that.
Give in to that kind of stuff. Tanya Lloyd, thank you so much for the super sticker. But yeah, Spotify just came forward and said they're not going to remove his music. But you see how they try to literally rape you financially out in public.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest about it, and to be real honest about it, that's their fake ass, slick ass way of canceling us. If we say something, you know, that whatever they deem as anti-Semitic, that's their slick ass way of canceling us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I thought you was going to say, KD, every time they say something racist about us, they get paid to go away. Donald Sterling.
Right. Yeah.
Robert
I'm glad you
Sarver.
brought that up because you know what, LVZ? They own many of these teams out here and they hate these men that are, they are, you know, they're the owner of the team and they hate the players on their team.
Mm-hmm.
But they are making millions and billions of dollars off of these players that they literally hate. Remember, Donald Sterling said that those black men were the enemy.
Yeah. That's my black body. And at the same time,
remember LVZ, he had a girlfriend that looked like that. He had a 12-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, on the real, when you really think about it, with all these fools, you know, owning these teams, you might as well consider the basketball court a new cotton field. You might as well call it that.
Mm-hmm. Well, they been calling it that, KD. Remember, $40 million slave.
Right. And don't think just because Donald Sterling was no longer the owner that he wasn't still invested in the NBA. Trust me, that man was still making money. Don't let them put on no dog and pony show and make you believe it's something else going on. It's not.
Oh no! Right. Did you hear? They was just see. I watch a lot of NBA. You know, I do the NBA talk on the channel too to throw the white man on. Why one time I'm watching the joint, watching NBA, and why one of them go, well, yeah, Donald Sterling. They said, yeah, but don't cry for him. They gave him $3 billion in hell. Every building you drive by, it says Sterling's name on. He said, hell, I just seen a crane. He building a new building. Mm-hmm. So, hey, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Look, they get paid to go away.
Yes.
Robert Sarver for Phoenix, he get paid to go away. Whenever they say Jackie Mason made a career, letting you know how much he hated black people. It wasn't a problem.
Sure did.
Howard Stern, dressed in blackface, was racist to Magic Johnson, and kept a show. Look, there was racist with that black woman on there, Robin, that was basically a coonstress that just giggled at every racist thing this month, and he was no problem. Right. He never had to apologize. Bill Maher never has to apologize for his racism. Mm-hmm. He just said we need to forget about slavery.
Well, we'll do that when he forgets about the Holocaust. How about that?
Exactly.
I'll put that out on the table for you. Okay. So I'm glad we, saw the recent clip because he recently did that interview after a game. And, he is standing firm. And he should, because he didn't do anything wrong. All right, y'all, let's go to the next topic. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. All right. Here we go. All right, y'all. You know that Elon Musk just purchased Twitter yesterday. And racism, the N-word, jumped up on Twitter 500%. Okay. And some people are like, oh, so Twitter just became 4chan since Elon Musk took over. So, I don't know if any of you went out there to see any of this. And they said the N-word is flying around like crazy out there. The white supremacists are all all over it because Elon Musk purchased it. So I don't
Y'all
know.
want to hear something?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Y'all want to hear? Y'all about to cry laughing. I just got blocked on Twitter yesterday. I got blocked on Twitter for calling a motherfucker a white Arab a camel jockey. That's no bull. I'm
He can
blocked
call
for
you
a week,
the
y'all.
he can call you the N-word, but you can't call him a camel jockey. Okay.
Yeah, no bull, y'all. I'm blocked for a week on Twitter because maybe I should have just called him a sand nigga, and they made it let it go. That we'll let it fly. That one can go. We like that one colored guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. You know, but a lot of people were saying we'll see what he does. He probably won't do nothing. I'm just saying I ain't holding my breath for Elon Musk to do anything about that. But I promise you, if somebody crop up with a lawsuit, he'll pay attention then.
Exactly.
You know?
I know what he gonna do. I just saw what he gonna do. Block my ass.
Yeah, they're out there using the N-word like wildfire, but you know, LVZ, you're really the problem. The problem is really you.
That's what the white man. Do you know that's what the white man said to me? That this racism, you're the problem. I said niggas out here getting choked, shot by police, shot up in the grocery store. But me calling you a Peckerwood, I'm the problem about racism. I said you can't make this dumb shit.
That's right. If it wasn't for people that, you know, this is what they'll say to me. It's people like you to keep this stuff going. No, it's not people like me. Okay, this stuff was going long before I even existed on this earth. No, so no, you can't pin it all on me. 500 years of this all on me. Yeah, right.
Right. It's my fault. Motherfucking Kyle Rittenhouse running around. That's my fault.
That's the good go-to line now. It's people like you. No, it's not people like me.
That's why
that was going on long before I showed up on the earth.
That's why they want to change American history. You know, they do all these rotten things, and in recorded history, it's not a good look. So they want to keep that out of the curriculum in these public schools because you don't look so good. So you want to be, you know, horrible to people, and then you worry about your legacy and how you look. You want to look great and grand. All they're doing is projecting their fears at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, no, they are. But the bottom line is, I just love how hate speech all of a sudden is all black people.
You would think
black people are the only ones out here. We all everything we say is hate speech.
You would think. Let me say this real quick. You would think, okay, they tripping off of every little word to come out of LVZ's mouth. LVZ, do he got a whole army behind him?
No.
You know, he got
a whole government. He don't have no army, no government behind him.
But you worried about what's coming out one black man's mouth. That speaks volumes to me.
It sure does. You know, it's just like that story I did on those two brothers that beat up a black man at a Family Dollar. And then they said, oh, they gonna take over. Okay, so a black man shopping at a Family Dollar is gonna take the world by storm. Okay, y'all some silly ass people. Okay,
right.
Some silly ass people.
That shit.
Look, this is the funny shit.
Like that.
You know what's crazy? How they hit you with the anti-Semitic, right? But when they want to use it, they always tell you how Hitler was killing black people too. Okay, so if he was killing black people too, why would any black person? Why would you try to link some black person to Hitler? That don't make sense. If we know Hitler didn't like,
it's what True Royal said. It's projecting. We ain't got nothing historically that even resembles
This
what
is no
Hitler did.
damn Hitler.
It's projecting again. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. At the end of the day, that's all.
Yeah, ain't nothing new with them.
No, no. And this is seriously, y'all, what else if your history looked like that, what can you really say at the end of the day?
Mm-hmm.
What can you really say? I mean, seriously, what can you really say?
Yeah.
What Bill Maher said, you can't judge history by now standards. Motherfucker,
Yes, you
it was
can.
never a good time to rape, murder, and
When
kill
is
people.
when is a good time to judge racism?
Right.
Mhm.
This shit was never right. Motherfucker. Like, you gotta understand it. Racism was fine. It was fine to take somebody's family and rape him back then. What? No, I don't think that was ever fine.
No, it wasn't. We gotta wait for it to be the best time. It'll never be a best time.
No,
They act like it was. Hey, look, they act like it was the new fat. Come on, everybody's doing it. You gotta grab niggers and rape them.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm quite sure.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was happening in every household. No, motherfucker.
they operating on the moral high ground, you know.
Man, they ain't got no damn high ground. It's always low.
I know, KD. The word moral shouldn't even really be coming out of their mouths at all. You know, I don't want no morals based on their standards. No, thank you.
And you know what?
But Lisa, their version of high is really low. So when they ever mention high, I just think of low because they always do low ball shit.
Yeah.
Because you know what I was thinking was the one thing that I did like about when Trump was in office, he liked that one, you know, a handful of relatives that you got this real fucked up that you pray they don't show up to the family reunion because they gonna show they ass.
Mm-hmm.
So
you know what's funny about Donald Trump? Remember how he used to try to project himself as the law and order president. But as soon as Mar-a-Lago got raided, he now talking trash about those same law and order people. Okay, now
fuck the police. Terrible. I want to say fuck the police coming straight from the underground. They raided my house. It was all a big hoax. Fuck the police. I want the FBI banished. I want them all gone.
Right. Remember the next day after Trump got raided, they were all over the internet talking about defund the FBI. But what happened to law and order? Okay, what happened to law and order?
They show when they was up there in DC shitting all over the state capitol
and
stuff. That, you know, they showed their true nature. They showed what they were really about. They were in, you know, in their most natural form. You know,
the Capitol was like a cave, right? And they went to bathroom in the cave.
Yeah,
they went to the bathroom in the cave.
Yeah, that cave kicked in. Kicked in.
Royal, you're a man.
You know what? I'm telling you.
But looking like it do look like a damn cave on the looks of it. It do look like that. You know what I'm saying?
It was a peck of wood with look. It was a peck of wood with horns and a dead animal on his head. Of course, the cave kicked in.
And you know what?
Of course,
listen. Don't watch it. Just listen to it. They don't even sound human. One time I had my hair turned and that stuff was on, that footage was on. I said, that don't sound human at all.
But you know what, True Royal, think about this. In all the times our people went out there protesting, think of one, can you picture one instance where they took a dump and smeared it on the buildings? Or smeared it all over the cars?
Oh, Lord.
Nah, because when we get mad, ain't no building left.
But I'm just saying, we don't pick up our own excrement.
We know how to do this shit. There ain't no building left.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but we don't do that. Because if we did, trust me, they would have had it all over the news. These Negroes spread their excrement all over the buildings, the shopping mall. You know, they would have had it everywhere.
I want to add something to this. LVZ gonna back me up on this one. When you work on construction sites and they got them damn outhouses, you know when a brother take a dump and a white boy take a dump, that white boy will not cover that dump up. We'll take the liners. We might take 10 liners and put it in the damn thing because we don't want nobody to see it. They just go in there and they want the whole world to see what they doing. I'm telling these people, they animals.
Hey, dude.
Well, you know, that's the beautiful thing about the East Coast, Roy. I can run across the street to the McDonald's or whatever store. I ain't using that.
Yeah, right. I know,
That's
right?
the beautiful thing about the East Coast. I'm not using that motherfucker. I'm running across the street. Hey, where you going? Because I know how it is out there with True Royal at. Yeah, when she talk about you would have to, because you would have to drive to the bathroom. And I do that shit out there. Hey, I'll be right back. Where you going? I'm driving to the McDonald's. I'm not using that motherfucker after you pack the woods.
You know
Fuck
what?
no.
We got to the point we would call the 1-800 number or the 88 number. No, not where the 88 number, and have them come out and clean that sucker and put a damn lock on it. Because them people, I'm telling you, they nasty. It was like even when my daughter went to college, them white girls was up in there shitting in the shower stalls. And my daughters told me, she said, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Luckily when she went to college, she was right here in the Bay Area and everything. I'm telling you, they showing their true nature.
When my uncle was alive. When my uncle was alive and I was sitting up there visiting him, and I went to their McDonald's up there one time up in the woods and stuff, I had to turn my ass right back around. I said, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at what Lisa got up here. This some real shit right here.
All right, y'all. We gonna get to Kanye. I promise you we were gonna get around to Kanye. So yeah, this headline came out, I believe yesterday. Yes, dear Kanye, no, you're not a white man.
That's the best advice that nigga could.
Now let's talk about Kanye, because some of y'all have been, quite a few people have been putting in the comment section that Kanye wanted to get out of his contract. No, Kanye did not want to get out of those contracts, y'all. All right. He did not say that, nor can you find that information that Kanye said that. And you must understand how contracts work. First of all, do you know if a contract get broken, technically, they can go after Kanye? He could officially be in debt right now because that contract was broken. Or he may be looking at a lot of legal problems because the contract was broken. And number two, the folks that are saying, oh, he wanted out of the contract, let me tell you something. Nobody wants out of a $1.5 billion contract. No, he was not expecting all of this to get pulled, because you can tell by his reaction. He didn't see this coming. He didn't. All right. So no, it can be a very, this can put a lot of financial hardship on him because the contract was broken. Look, they do this to everyday people. You may sign up for, let's say, starting a new job with a signing bonus, and you decide, this ain't for me, I'm leaving. Do you know if that contract is broken? There's people dealing with this right now because they broke the contract and left the company before a certain period of time. The company's now charging them. You know that? So if you don't have access to that contract and you don't know what that contract says, you really can't speak on it at all. You can't. Kanye may ultimately owe them money because that contract was broken. So I don't understand why some of you believe, okay, they broke the contract, he's free, he can walk away. No, it's not quite like that.
I understand why, Lisa. Because
But a
these
lot of
dumb
them are
niggas,
just saying that.
I'm going to tell you why. Because these dumb niggas barely done sold a nickel bag of weed and swear they know something about business, but they dumb than a motherfucker. Half these niggas done failed 8th grade math in the 12th grade. And these niggas got jailhouse diplomas and motherfucking penthouse PhDs. I don't
Right.
want to hear them penitentiary PhDs talking this bullshit. This was not a come up. You dumb fuck. You lost all that money and it wasn't really no reason to lose it.
Right. You know, that's why I'm
If you
saying, y'all,
wanted to,
be careful saying what he was happy about. I don't think he was happy about this at all. And like I said, not unless you got the actual contract, you don't know what Kanye is dealing with right now. Okay? You really don't know. When you're talking about big contracts that you and I have never seen in our lifetime, you don't know what he signed up for. He could have signed up for a deal where they said, if you break the contract, you owe us X amount of $1 million if this contract is broken. And if they did put that in there, they're coming for their money. You can best believe they're coming for that money. You know, people sign crazy contracts every day. Just understand that. All right.
yeah, man, this shit just bothering me that a lot of motherfuckers, because the same with me. Nah, see, you don't understand. See, what Kanye can do, right, is he can put all his shoes in the trunk of his BMW and drive around. Man, if you don't get your ignorant ass, nah, see what Kanye can do, right? Like how they do at the swap meet, he can give them to all the vendors. Man, you don't get
Right.
your ignorant ass.
Right.
And then furthermore, I don't know who would want some of these clothes. Like the homeless people, like the fuck I look like wearing a white, like look, the black ones won't wear them because that's some racist shit. And the white ones won't wear it because they don't want to get beat the fuck up. So,
Yeah, he took that mess out on Skid Row. I mean, that says a lot. That tells me even you probably won't be able to sell a lot of those shirts. You know? So I mean, I don't know. I mean, we can only guess that Kanye is going to be all right financially. We don't know. We don't even know that for sure. I don't know how much debt Kanye has. We don't know all of this stuff. It's not like it's public knowledge.
and then furthermore, even if he do got the 400 million, they still talking about he ain't in good standing with his wife and she got 4 kids.
Right. In fact, he's
Anytime
not in
she
good
could,
standing. I'm glad you brought that up, LVZ. In fact, he's not even in good standing business-wise anymore. You know how many people are not going to take a chance on Kanye now?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You done
A lot of
you done
people aren't going to
tarnished
take
your
a chance on
brain.
him.
Right. And you not a white man. Y'all, we gotta understand. Oh, look, listen. He can't say what LVZ and fucking Lisa Cabrera say. He's not us. Now, if he wanted to rock with us, get some money to the cause, he had $2 billion. He could have done that. He could had his $2 billion, gave money to Lisa and True Roll. We'd have got our own studio Nobody never known that we made money that way. They be like, look at these motherfuckers. We hate these black bastards, but we wouldn't care because we making money.
Right.
Nobody had to know. He could have did other shit. Look, he talk about what they do and wasn't smart enough to do what they do when he had money to do it.
Right. Yeah, I did see that, Donna C, where the Goodwill won't even take his stuff now. Goodwill.
Damn.
Goodwill will not take his stuff. Yes, I saw that story out there.
What? Goodwill rejected him? Man, you really fucked up, homie.
Yeah.
Do y'all realize what that means? That you can't even get used Kanye shit. You can't. A nigga use.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, for a long time, I'm not saying Kanye can't get himself back on his feet, but probably for a long time to come, a lot of people ain't gonna fool with him.
I mean, he keep fucking with you know who, he gonna be on the damn street.
Somebody should say he needs to go to business on his own. He already is, nigga. He is in business on his own.
Well, when he lost those contracts, he was in business on his own.
On his own, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is he has no leeway. Y'all keep talking. Listen, people was talking about, well, he could do what Russell Simmons do. Them idiots didn't listen to nothing Russell Simmons said. Russell Simmons told him to apologize to all your friends, all your Jewish friends. He said this could be made right, but you have to apologize, get some help, and then fuck it. Learn from them. One of them will help you get. That's what he just said. I just listened to Russell Simmons say it 3 days ago that those people that he dissed can help him get his own factory. So you motherfuckers sitting there, he could go get his own factory. Where? China, nigga? Because that's what all the factories are.
Right. And y'all got to understand who he's up against. If he attempted to make a business deal now, you think they won't step in and try to shut that down? They will.
Yeah, his name tarnished right now. I don't even know where the hell he could go. His name is tarnished out there.
Thank you. We gonna go get the Thank you, KD. We gonna go get the fabrics to make the t-shirts now, y'all. We gonna go get the fabric because Adidas cut him off, so he can't go to their people.
I mean, the damn article then blasted his comments all over the world. Who the hell he gonna do business with? The world knows it now.
Yeah.
But KD, these people talk about he can make his own shoes. Nigga, he wasn't making his own shoes.
Oh.
Adidas was making his shoes. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Where is he going to go to make his own shoes? He wasn't linked in with people. Yeah, he wasn't linked in like that. He was allowed to tag along. That's what he cried his whole career for. Please, Mr. Jew man. Please, Mr. White man. Please, Mr. Asian man. Please, Mr. Any other man than black man. Let me in so I can make mega millions. Right. Slavery was a choice.
Yeah, I remember that too. But, you know, some of y'all brought up Candace. Candace can't help him with what he's going through.
She can't help it.
You know, Candace ain't never had no big business deals like that. She don't even know what that is.
I mean, she the one that made his ass broke with all this cootie. I mean, think about it.
Yeah, remember True Royal
lost money.
Huh?
True Royal, you remember she couldn't even sell books.
So
right.
She right now she's somewhere in tuck tail because she's looking at what's going down. She can't even make a fraction of what he has made. We know.
No, if y'all know, like I know, she trying to hurry up and squeeze that money out. Because she did say they better pay him. Meaning, look, we still need him to be a billionaire so that he can buy Parler from Jack. Because trust me, she is going to stomp for him. His last little bit of money, she gonna be trying to get some of. Y'all better know that he ain't thrown Candace Owens away yet.
Right. And from what I understand, even when he buys Parler, Candace's husband is still going to be the CEO.
Exactly.
It's just that Kanye will be the owner.
So look at that. He's still gonna look. So he go look. Hey, that's mighty white of him. Now look at that. Look at that, y'all. Now did y'all just hear some dumb shit like? So hold on, y'all. He gonna give the man 75 million, then give him $1 million salary every year.
Mm-hmm.
First thing Elon Musk did was start firing motherfuckers. First thing Kanye West gonna do when he get Paul is put on a pair of tattoos. Hey, white daddy, you can run it. I just wants to own it. And you know what ends up happening? He end up skimming most of the money. Your shit go bankrupt. You end up broke. You lose in court because he got all the politicians on lock. You still a nigga. And that bummy ass sweatshirt that you wearing all the time, you really gonna be wearing that motherfucker all the time. Because you're going to be living outside on a nigga's balcony.
Yeah. But Candace is going to hang on until that deal is finalized. Trust me, she ain't going to fully turn on Kanye just yet because she wants that money from the sale of Parler.
Mm-hmm.
She want that. Mm-hmm. And Candace is folks. Look, Candace Owens is an idiot, but one thing she know is how to coon for dollars. Now, see, this is how she got Kanye. Remember, Kanye was losing steam with black people. We was tired of his music, and white people started growing tired of his music because we was growing tired of his music. So what happened? He jumped out there with Candace, started pissing us off, and that's why that dude said the Candace Owens experiment. That's why his man used that choice of words when he said the Candace Owens experiment needs to end. In other words, he was running out of ideas, so he had to get shock value. He teamed up with Candace. Not only did he give him shock value with the people, because he don't give a fuck about black people anyway, but it opened him up to a audience he never had, the right wing.
Yeah.
So he started trying to tap into that money. That's the reason he was wearing that dumbass shirt. And standing there with Candace on.
He was trying to add to his fucking customer base. Thought he had won some, but now they turning on his ass. Stupid.
Exactly, because he ain't know he was playing with fire with his stupid ass, KD.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know. So he got a tough road ahead of him. I don't think this is going to be an easy thing with all of these canceled contracts because, like I said, you don't know what he's looking at legally now. And they're trying to stick it to him. And they are. They are. All right. Let's see what's next on the agenda here. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah, we're going to do Herschel Walker.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Herschel.
Oh, where do we start?
I know, right? By next week, we should have more scandals by next week.
I keep forgetting because that last story you did about his chicken joint, I said, Lisa, why you ain't email me? I would have sent you the picture of him with the tray because that should have been the thumbnail.
LBZ,
a picture of that nigga.
Where is the chicken? LBZ, where is that platter?
That tray. He got to have that tray. You know with Herschel keep it on.
Oh, LBZ, where is that chicken platter?
Let me see here. Man. There we go, right there. Auntie, you know, Auntie know her that voice. She know that LBZ got that tray. I got it up.
You know what I was thinking of? One time LBZ put out that chicken platter, and He had a picture of Moist Mike and Dirty Kitchen. Man, I slid on the floor on that live. That shit was funny. I mean, and I think they was on a horse and buggy on top of that. One of them little bonnets on her head. Man,
Yeah,
there it is. There it is. There's that chicken boy. Oh, that's perfect. Go ahead, Herschel, with your bad self. Ooh, that was a long video too. Woo! I listened to every drop of that.
That joint's still on Patreon.
I'm gonna say it because y'all ain't heard me speak in a while. Juicy. Oh, so juicy. Just when I think he just outdo himself. When I had sent Lisa the press conference that they did with Gloria Allred, and they busted out with a picture of Herschel Walker on this chick's bed, all curled, Negro curled up.
Yes.
He talking about that's a lie. That's a lie.
Yes.
When
I was like,
that,
I was like, boy, when white women date you, they keep whole records on.
this stuff was in the early 90s, Lisa.
They keep all
white women keep memorabilia when they get with them.
That receipt was so damn long. I said, you talking about they keep everything. He had wrote letters to her parents.
The paper don't even look the same.
It don't. You know it turned colors. LVZ.
Yeah.
You notice that? I seen that.
I said, man, you mess with a white bitch. She keep memorabilia on a nigga. Ain't this a bitch?
She do. I mean, she got the receipt from back in the 90s. Everything.
That's what they did. That's why I think about it. I said, damn, Monica Lewinsky saving that dress. I guess that's what these bitches do.
Yes.
You know what? She probably had that somewhere in a safe deposit box or something.
They put together memorabilia.
Yeah, they don't. I still can't get over that picture of him in that bed.
That nigga look like Nasty Nate off a half baked.
I called Lisa and I said, Lisa, I'm gonna see this video. And I said, they got a picture of him, and Lisa started screaming. Oh my goodness, to see that. And you know what? They withheld evidence. They didn't put it all out.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you before them folks before this election, they're gonna have all that laid out. 10 more kids gonna show up. All kind of stuff gonna go down with Herschel and stuff. I was just joking. I said, why something else come out the crack of the walls? And I'm like, damn, awful.
And two things came out. His company hooked up with another company that used free prison labor. And then this second woman have popped up and said, he paid for my abortion too. You know?
Took her down.
He still got a chance to win the race, y'all. He might be down, but he's not out.
Oh, Lisa, tell that one. Oh, this one gonna have y'all screaming. Tell that one about what his mama said. That shit, it was funny.
Yeah, he been out there on a couple of occasions, said that his his grandma was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian. And he said, I might not be black. That's what Herschel said. I might not be black. His mother came forward and said she really can't verify that, because when the grandmother died, she said she was so young, she hardly remembers the woman. She don't hardly remember her because of her age when she passed on. So she said she don't know why Herschel's out there telling everybody she was a full-blooded Cherokee Indian.
Yeah, and she was there at the campaign rally with him, talking about, you know, like, oh, my mama just gave me some news, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, you making yourself look bad, Herschel, look real bad. The only thing that I didn't see that I gotta go see, when you said that dude jumped up there with all them condoms and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Ooh, he was heated. Oh man, Herschel, if you got to see that, Herschel was mad as hell when it was a white man that got up
who kept following him with the con.
and brought a whole big old pack of blue condoms up on the stage.
Lord.
Ooh, he was mad.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mm,
That dude is
mm, mm.
something else.
I think if that crowd wasn't there, one of them personalities would have kicked that white dude's butt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, Herschel's something else. I mean,
Herschel, I'm just waiting for him to say that wasn't me. That was one of my personalities.
He upstage. He upstaged Trump.
Oh yeah, he goes. Trump lies all the time too, but I think Herschel got him beat hands down.
Yeah, he do, because it's like overwhelming evidence, and he'll just sit there and just lie and lie. And then what's the defense? I'm a Christian.
Yes.
I'm a Christian.
Yeah, he's always a good Christian. Y'all, you notice how he stopped talking all that mess about the black fathers? You know, that don't come out of his mouth anymore.
Yeah, he don't say nothing about no black fathers.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. He shut him own self down.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he know about being a black father a lot of times. He just don't know about taking care of the damn kids.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to have nothing to do with them. He do look like an eraser. His head do look like an eraser. And, you know.
Oh,
the
man.
good thing I can say is Herschel Walker is at least leaving these white women with kids.
Yes. Yeah, he sure is, isn't
he? Is.
And I was telling True Royal, I said, it add insult to injury. Those are not the women he marries. He always end up marrying a woman that didn't have kids with him.
Mm-hmm.
Once it had kids with him, he leave them in the dust.
Yeah, he should.
No respect. You shouldn't have never had a baby by me.
Herschel messy. Ooh, he messy. Ooh, he really, really messy. It's just like, wow.
Herschel mother told him. Go ahead, True. True.
Huh?
Herschel mother told him, God has her baby. Why you gonna keep telling that lie about some Cherokee? We ain't no damn Cherokee. And that lie, baby. We don't even know no individual.
It's all in what he said, LVZ. He said, I might not be black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I might not be black.
But you know what? You know how I really look deeper into that? I see why LVZ look how he looks at the world sometimes and just cracks up. It shows you the utter desperation of white folks to try to hold on to an inkling of power that was the best narrative that they could come up with, is a hoish, brainless football player.
Yeah, he's a stereotype.
Yes.
He fits every single stereotype that he used to claim other black men were.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See?
He would always talk about single family homes and fathers not being there for his kid. I was like, this dude got a lot of nerve.
Mm-hmm. He better. I know one thing. He better hope his son don't come out there and say something, because you know his son is already outlandish. His son went in on his ass.
Even told him to wear a condom.
Now I see why his family begged him not to run for office. Because when you get up on that world stage, I've been saying it for the longest. People know you. They see you. I would be concerned. Like, damn, I crossed this person. I crossed that person. When they gonna come out and stuff? And you can learn something from white folks. They save shit on your ass. I mean, man.
That's how you knew that Herschel was gonna run, and they knew he was the right person. Herschel, you can't read. It don't matter. I'ma goes out and speaks in front of the people. Look, when a motherfucker who can't read still will come out and speak in front of the people, he can't be stopped.
No, he can't.
It's nothing he won't do.
And you know what? He the type, he is so far gone. He don't know what the word ashamed, embarrassed. It's almost I'm like embarrassed form, and he'll just sit there and double down. And it's like, you holding the evidence. You busted. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
No, that's not
you
true.
know what? Y'all keep saying CTE. What Herschel has done is not all CTE. I'm sorry.
No, that's
You
Herschel.
didn't have 4 kids and you didn't stick around for one of them. You can't put all of that on CTE. I'm just
Oh
saying.
no! It is far worse than CTE.
No.
This motherfucker just dumb.
Yeah, he was born that way. He was born this way. His mama didn't drop him on the head. It's a little teeny brain up in there, real teeny like, with his biscuit head.
I
That
mean, I
dude-
understand where y'all, you're talking about the CTE. He probably do have some, but having all these babies and walking away from the mothers and not being there for the kid, that's not CTE. A lot of that is Herschel Walker.
And
doing
he had the way he perceived himself. It would be on the equivalent of a person that's anorexic. When they look in the mirror, they look at something like they just big and bloated. He look in the mirror, he think he is grand, he is great, he can articulate well. He's just this wonderful person. As far as Herschel, like he said, he only had sex with 2 women in his entire life.
Yes,
I heard that comes straight out of his mouth. So who's these other
he
women?
got 4 kids.
Nine kids.
He got 4 kids by 4 different women. But when he answered that question, how many women did he have sex with? He said 2.
Herschel Walker is my father. He's had so many kids.
Yeah, So no, everything you're seeing with this dude ain't no CTE. I'm just saying.
He got CTE cooning to the end.
Yeah. His mom dropped him on his head. No, he's just not a good person.
No,
he's really a rotten ass person. That's what he is.
He a low down
dog. And a dumb rotten ass person. He can't think at all.
And the very black men he was talking about himself.
Right. But every time a scandal comes up, he gets in front of a crowd talking about him being a Christian man and he believes in Jesus Christ. I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous.
It sure is.
They always use that as a cover. I've been noticing that they just every time they get in a little trouble, you always use that cover. Oh, I'm a Christian man, so you can't judge me for my mistake.
He harped on that big time.
Yeah, and it's like Lisa said something deep to me. She said, if he do get elected, they're gonna keep bringing shit out in his dirty laundry. Because when you out there on that world stage, I'm telling you, some people, the fortune is fine. The hell with the fame. You want to be a ghost. You get out there, that's what happens. But
right.
See,
and don't be surprised if there's a 3rd abortion out here.
Third abortion.
Don't be surprised if there's a 3rd woman that pops up with it.
And he's so want to please Massa that his family got together with him, begged him not to do that, and Trump got that much influence on him. That's sad because Trump has a history of leaving your ass in the wind. If he cannot,
I got a true roll.
Go ahead,
Lisa, KD, family. Are y'all ready for the next scandal with Herschel Walker?
Yeah, go ahead with it.
He's LeBron James' father.
Oh Lord,
he's LeBron James' father.
Lord,
LeBron don't know his dad. He's Herschel Walker. He's got to be Herschel.
That's a possibility because you know how LeBron James' mother get down.
Wow.
I'm about to say.
I mean, by the time election time come, you could be more scandals coming because with Herschel, they just keep like somebody had wrote in one of my comments said, people have bones in the closet. Herschel got a whole graveyard.
Oh Lord, yes. You open that sucker up, you can't even close it back. Just
got a whole graveyard full of skeletons.
Yeah.
What they call True the mausoleum up in that joint.
That's what he got.
He got a mausoleum in there.
Yeah,
got a mausoleum.
That's why I laugh. Herschel surpasses every black man I ever met in my lifetime, even the ones that were scamming and lying and stuff. He surpasses them.
Yeah, he sure do. Yeah, I was reading his staff, you know, they have gotten upset with him about the blatant lies that he tell. It's like, who do you speak the truth to?
Nobody apparently.
He
And I bet
learned-
you, the woman he's married to right now, can you imagine a boatloads of lies he done told her already? And they only been married a year.
Uh-huh.
She just found out this nigga named Herschel. She just found that out now.
Herschel lied.
Herschel?
He
All
lied to
the time you've been telling me you're Walter Payton.
Lord. Herschel lied to himself. That dude lied to him. I mean,
He's on autopilot. That's what I'd be saying. He lies so much his ass is on autopilot. Yeah. I mean, that's a disgrace. And like I said, he did all that running off at the mouth over black men not taking care of their kids. And he's the biggest one out here not taking care of none of his kids.
Absolutely.
Hey, look. Herschel lied so much he told this last wife he Bo Jackson. I'm Bo Jackson. You know, hello, my name is Bo Jackson. Hey, Bo. Yeah, I's Bo.
Did you
Did
you get to watch any of that debate that he did?
Yes.
And he bust out.
Yeah, I watched that here, man. But Warnock was some shit. But what was funny when that man pulled out that motherfucking Cracker Jack bag.
Yes, and you know what?
No,
the next day, and you can find articles out there. The next day, he gave away 1,000 of those badges.
He said, "No, this here is real." I said, "This nigga what? Oh no, oh no, you can't do this."
What they told him? What did that woman say? You know, and they couldn't be using any props or something like that.
Yes.
Hey, look, that was like True Raw running the debate. Herschel, put that shit away. What are you doing? Herschel, now, Mr. Walker. Now, Herschel, I done told you before this. Look, go on out here with this foolishness. No, this real. Put it away.
LVZ, you know that's probably how he got all them women pregnant. He probably pulled the badge out and said, "You know, I'm with law enforcement, right?"
You know, I'm in law enforcement.
But you know what? On a serious note, about 2 weeks ago, I watched an interview that they did with Herschel Walker in 1984. Do you know in 1984 he was saying that he was valedictorian of his high school?
Yes.
And so he ain't. So people talking about him getting hit in the head. He wasn't hit in the head enough yet then, and he was already talking that is built into him to talk like that, where he gonna sit up and say he the valedictorian. There's people that went to school with your square head ass, and he wants you to go along with that lie. That's the thing that's so sickening about somebody like this. That it's like, wait a minute, dude, I went to high school with you. You weren't no valedictorian or nothing up there.
If he was actually the valedictorian, then that's a damn indictment on the school.
It sure is.
You're right about that, KD.
You are absolutely right. I want to add something to this. Because in that era, they were still doing them athletes' homework and all of that. That hadn't kicked in yet, and he's a product of that. He is.
And I'm about to say, Auntie, but you know what? You said 1984, right?
Yes.
That there was an 84 interview. That's when he played pro football at that time, right?
Yes.
Then I believe him. Know why?
Why?
Yeah, he probably was right then the valedictorian in high school when he was a pro football player. Cause he done took the test for 7 years. 7 years of failing that test. It was multiple choice. A, B, C, D, E. All he had to do was remember how he got it wrong the year before. He was 25 in 12th grade.
Lord.
He was probably the valedictorian.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Oh,
yeah.
Y'all want to hear something funny? Y'all want to hear something funny? Just a little sidebar. Loretta walked in here, right?
Mhm.
I put a little bit of treats down for Loretta. You know, this little bitch came to me bitching and complaining because it wasn't enough. So I put a little more on down for her, and then she ate it. I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell
Mhm.
Yeah,
no.
bro.
She
That's how they get down.
complained to me.
This morning Royal took the pack, like those little snacks that come in those bags. She ripped the top of it, ate through the damn bag, and then went and asked Amari for some more. He didn't even know until I went up the stairs, and he said, "Oh, my little baby wants some treats." I said, "She didn't ate the whole damn bag and stuff." Cats are something else with their little funny ass.
Her
They
little
spoiled.
pressy butt. I said, see, that right there just go to show you I done spoiled her.
Yeah.
I just got, only reason why I gave her a little less than normal is because the bag is getting low.
Yeah.
And I got some more coming in from Amazon. So I said, okay, let me just kind of cut back until the bag, which will be here tomorrow. She did not like the amount I gave her and came to complain to me.
That is funny.
Like, oh no, you didn't.
Yes, she did.
She came and complained. I was like, these cats are a trip.
Yeah, I know.
They were bringing friends home and shit. Like I'm feeding Uri cat.
Oh, Mayweather brought friends home?
He brought a friend home. And we named this.
He said, look, this dude gonna hook you up. He hooks me up every day. Come on home with me.
It's a little gray kitten named Shadow. I think it's
he brought that friend home so you could hook him up too.
Yeah, and that's just what they do. They sit there and come in and eat. I said, ain't this a bitch? You done bought motherfuckers here to eat. And then he just looked at me and went, you motherfucker.
That's funny.
Put your ass. That's like, get the hell on. And then, this the worst shit, though.
Right. Who said cats don't know how to communicate?
They damn sure do. And this the worst shit. One night, they had a possum out there. I said, what the fuck? Y'all got it. I said, no. Now he getting the fuck. I shot and they all ran. I said, look, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker. You, Mayweather, you don't get that ugly motherfucker off my goddamn.
When you see a possum, it's shocking every time. You never get used to that look. I mean, their face just look like it's just froze. I mean, they look
terrible. And they all got cross eyes too.
That's how he looked at me, cross-eyed, and then Mayweather and Shadow ran off with him and shit. Like, oh, this nigga lunch. I know. I didn't know possums and cats liked each other.
Well, one time she came up in the middle of the night. You know how cats are nocturnal. They like to be up all night, right? I ain't no cat. So I got to get some sleep, right? So she came to my door and meowed. And then, I finally turned and I opened the door. Do you know she sat at the edge of my bed trying to cuss me out and meow? Because I didn't get the door fast enough for her. I said, I done spoiled you. I'm going to have to kick your little butt because I done spoiled you.
Lord, they'll do it.
Loretta tried to reprimand me because I didn't get the door fast enough for her.
That's animals for you.
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing people talking. They say Nancy Pelosi's husband's boyfriend.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. In fact, that's next. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that up on the screen. We're going to talk about that because what happened to him was deep, y'all. We going to talk about it. So Nancy Pelosi's husband, somebody broke into their home and he got attacked with a hammer, y'all.
Damn.
The man that went in that home attacked him with a hammer. And when he was getting attacked, he was yelling, "Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy?" And this man had to be taken to the hospital and taken into OR. They had fractured his skull. So they had to take him into the OR. They're saying he's okay, but you got to factor in this man's age. He's an old man.
Was somebody fighting
That's
for
what I was about to say. How is he okay with a fractured skull at
Yeah.
90?
And getting beat with a hammer? Yeah, he got beat with a hammer, y'all. I mean, Nancy was just away because, the midterms are coming. So she's out campaigning for these different candidates. That's why she wasn't there. And remember, she gets protection because she's in Congress. Her husband's not in Congress, so he doesn't get any protection.
Wow.
They only protect the politician. She got security. Her husband, because he's not part of the government, he doesn't have any protection at all.
He is now.
They got money. They got protection. They got money. Better go get some security.
And plus, y'all know her husband's an alcoholic. Remember, he got that DUI?
DUI, yep.
Yeah. Well, guess what he gonna have now? That 9MM. He gonna be. Y'all see Nancy Pelosi husband in the street? He gonna be packing heat.
But somebody implying that Void Toy, that somebody was fighting for some booty rail or something like that. Something was going on. Nancy,
Well, he was a QAnon dude, so he might have been trying to rape Nancy, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, he was a QAnon. I was telling somebody that on Twitter when they was trying to praise him. I said, nah, you don't praise no white supremacist just because he beat up another white person. It was the white supremacists that did it. Yeah, y'all under no understand. For those who don't understand that the motherfucker who beat up Nancy Pelosi husband was probably down here at the Capitol too.
Yep.
Well, I tell you one thing, he had to be, you know how they are here in the media. You really don't know what shape that man is in. It's nothing for them to get on and claim he's doing fine. You know what I mean?
And he about to die.
Yeah.
That's the truth. And he about to die. It's nothing for them to lie about that.
Yeah, that's very true. So they said she spoke out for the first time about it. Now, I haven't seen the interview really, but yeah, because you really didn't hear much from her over the last few days. But they said she did talk about it today.
Hold on. Is somebody in the chat insinuating that somebody wanted to have sex? But man, the last person that hit Nancy Pelosi was a caveman. Ain't nobody having sex with that. Her drunk ass husband got to drink half a shelf of liquor store and get beat in the head with a hammer.
Plus, have you taken a look at Nancy Pelosi?
Right.
I mean, a real look at her.
Nancy Pelosi, y'all. Stop that. Yeah, ain't nobody. Come on.
Ain't nobody checking for that, y'all.
Her little no ass Skeletor. And Nancy, she come off like an alcoholic too.
Yeah, they probably both are. It's not unusual for people up in age to be alcoholics.
And you hear how she talk when she talk.
Yeah, sometimes her voice sounds slurry.
Remember that time when Trump was in office and they had photoshopped one of them videos? That shit was funny. And Nancy looking all crazy on that video. That was some shit Trump had somebody to do. But it been stuff popping off. It's been all kind of stuff going on. Somebody took a dump in front of Nancy's house.
Oh yeah, remember the pig's head? Remember the pig's head?
Yep. Yeah. I live in Pelosi country. I know the neighborhood she live in. What do y'all want? What do you want?
We're going home.
Crackers are leaving hog heads in you.
Yeah, they put a hog head in front of her garage, LVZ. Y'all remember that?
God damn.
Why y'all shoes two different colors?
Because they look the same.
That's why she wore that kente cloth. That's why she wore that kente cloth. these fucking Peckerwoods. I stand with the brother.
Okay, put your shoes on. Put your shoes on, brother. Yes, you're doing excellent. I'm babysitting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get your coat.
Okay.
Man.
Put your brother's coat.
So this has been a big story. You know, we've been hearing for the last few days what happened to Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Ain't he still in the hospital and fractured his skull?
They claim that I think he was released already.
With a fractured skull? Damn.
Yeah, I get. Well, what is he gonna do besides stay home?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't think he's working anymore. I haven't heard about him having a job.
He be just slurping on that bottle all day.
Shit, he staying home no more.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that's you know how it is. I mean, Nancy Pelosi is wealthy. I'm sure they got more than one home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now.
You know.
But where her home is, it's so open. If y'all just knew what it was like in the Marina Greens, it's so open. Nobody's homes over there are fenced in. They don't even have yards because you know San Francisco just pretty much concrete and everything. But it's just very wide open space. I mean, it's a nice area, but really technically Nancy lives on a beach. When the Loma Prieta earthquake happened, the worst damage happened in the Marina Greens where all the wealthy white folks and stuff live. And in their garages, some of those garages, when that cement cracked, all you seen seeping up was water and sand.
Oh, okay. Are there any black people over there?
Very few, very few. It is rare to see black people in that area because San Francisco go by districts. So that's Marina Greens district. And so,
okay.
So that's one of those areas after 1908 earthquake where that's a landfill area. They try to make it look all fancy by the waterfront and stuff. And somebody would be a damn fool to spend all the millions on that on their property, and they literally living on top of sand and water.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I remember that earthquake. I mean, I think that thing went worldwide with all, especially the bridge collapsing and everything. Yeah, that story went out worldwide.
It was shocking because I wasn't even living in California at the time. I was living in Arizona, and it was just a trip where you grow up at, and you're looking at that, and you're like, damn, this is where I grew up. This is where I went to high school. And I tell you, it's crazy. I know it don't make no sense to no one. I had the strongest urge to be back in California because my parents were still living at the time. And I mean, I experienced some earthquakes, but that earthquake, I ain't experienced no earthquake like that. I don't even know what that feel like. I'm glad I didn't feel it. But I will tell y'all this. It is not a good feeling to feel the earth shake. And what really messes your head up is the aftershocks.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
We had one. We had one. That's all the fuck. Look.
Wait. He went to General Hospital? That's where all the derelicts go. Huh?
Well, shit. Look, he like Nancy Baller. Her husband broke his foot. He out there jump on back page and shit. Tricking. He don't know.
Oh my Lord.
That nigga tricking. He doing her. He broke.
Should Nancy be leaving him alone too much? He don't know what to do with himself.
Yeah, I would imagine with her being in Congress, she's probably gone a lot.
Yeah, he don't know what to do with himself.
Well, maybe he knows how to go out drinking.
Maybe that
he knows how to go out drinking.
S&M game went too far. And a hammer came out in the process.
Nah. Look, they already locked the cracker up. We gotta get a devil his due. We seen, like you said, if they gonna smear shit on the Capitol, pretty soon we knew they was gonna come after Pelosi. Mike Pence gonna get a visit. Come on, think of the names that they was yelling. AOC, your time is coming, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna just keep harassing you.
Well, some of them people was expecting Trump to look out for him.
He sure
Too.
didn't though, did he?
Yeah.
Well, he did say if he gets another term in office, he was going to let them all off the hook.
Didn't he call some of them people idiots for being up there?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're saying that?
He actually turned on them right afterwards, saying that if they broke the law, they should go to jail.
Boy, Trump is something else.
I remember him saying that.
I mean, some of Trump's closest friends then got themselves in a world of hurts. And Trump just wants you to be a soldier. He ain't going to help you or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll call you every name in the book, but Trump ain't going to be there for you. Trump is not a friend.
Hold on. To the person that said he don't believe that he didn't have security, dude, they ran up in what's the sister name? What's the damn it, from California, the black lady. Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters.
Maxine Waters. They went up in her shit here.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about? They went up in her shit here. It just so happened she wasn't staying here. So please, no, yeah, they don't got enough security to watch all them people.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't enough security to watch everybody. And plus, this a white guy. Y'all talk about, I don't believe he could have got around. He a white guy. He can get wherever he want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It sound like Nancy's husband's been having some personal problems. You know, he all alone. Telling y'all, that game went too far. I didn't know they use hammers.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they just, bonded each other up and get chains and whips. Somebody busted out a hammer.
Did anybody on the panel watch Dahmer on Netflix?
Oh, Lisa,
Yeah, I watched it.
I can't.
You watched it? So did I.
No, I watched it. I watched
Did you watch all 7? Did you watch all 7 episodes?
All of it. I liked it. It was good.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was
just like the Kansas City joint. They won't look. It's got to be 9 niggas before. Look, the police ain't listening unless 12 niggas is dead, and then they still ain't gonna listen. They literally had to see pictures of an 8. Hold up, that's a nigga head gone. No, these are real. That's what they literally had to see.
Well, think about the stench that was in that building that people have been complaining.
Oh no, that wasn't enough, True Roll.
No, it was a black woman that was making. Right, it was a black woman, which was his neighbor, making the majority of the calls to the police, and they would never listen to her.
I can't.
They would never listen to her.
Shoot, that's why he was in the hood.
Yeah, well,
because he knew he could get away with more.
Mm-hmm. But he did kill a couple of white guys too.
And they're eating on them. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
But that was deep what you had said, Lisa, to me when you were saying he was in prison, how he was taunting the other prisoners.
Yeah,
and
they said the guy that actually killed him did an interview, and you could probably find it online. And he said he would gesture to them. He would gesture to the other inmates like he wanted to kill and eat them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty much. Yeah, he was like, "I'll get you and eat you too." And and they find, and the guy that killed him was really not a big man.
I remember that dude because he killed Jeffrey Dahmer and
another guy.
Yeah,
that killed 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. He got a 2 for.
He beat them crackers to death with a barbell.
With a bucket.
The Most High sent them to do that. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said for you. He let them. That wasn't. Lisa,
he was so creepy. You remember the scene when he was in the cafeteria in the prison? He was so damn creepy. Even the white inmates wouldn't go near Jeffrey Dahmer. He freaked them out too. Yeah.
And
He
then
would
that's
be
what
at
happened.
a table eating by himself. Even the white inmates wouldn't go near him.
And then he would play jokes on them. Then one time, remember they say he actually did that shit, Lisa. Took a
Yeah.
chicken bone, put ketchup on and say, this how they normally look after I'm finished with them.
Yeah.
It looks like a human thumb. But this is
Mhm.
how, he said, you ever notice how a chicken leg look like a human thumb? Of course,
Yeah.
this how it look after I'm finished with them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
thought it was funny.
like that. Do you remember that scene where his grandmother sat up all night with that black guy he brought home to make sure
They
he
said that
wouldn't do
didn't
nothing
happen.
to him? Yeah.
Do you know they said that didn't happen? They just said the dude just woke up in the hospital. They don't really know what happened to him.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, that was deep. And I think it was sad when they took that little Asian boy back to him. I was like, damn, he could have really got away. And the
He was a little kid.
police took him back.
I'm about to say the police delivered him, though, at least.
Sure did.
That motherfucker got delivered like dominoes.
Mhm. He sure
Here
did.
you go. Fresh little boy. Just like we like him.
Yeah, and he was only 14 years old, but Jeffrey Dahmer convinced the police he was 19.
He was Laotian, too. He was one of them Laos boys, one of them Vietnamese, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure
He
was.
had a poor little boy. His
Mhm.
father was hurt. His father was hurt.
He
That
sure was.
crazy shit. Then. But True Roy, if you saw that joint, the first thing, and the one that got me, Lisa, the deaf one.
Oh, yeah. I know.
That one got me. I was like, oh, fuck. He deaf. He was a deaf mute, True Roy.
Yes.
And the dudes, he had a relationship with the dude.
He sure did. Yeah. He was a black guy and he was deaf and he couldn't speak. And he killed him too. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
deep.
he was one of the
But you know
heads
what?
they found.
Yeah, but you know what? What kind of father finds roadkill and takes his son in the garage to dissect roadkill? I mean, that just seems crazy as hell to me.
Right.
And his mother was she was so far gone on drugs. She was no mother to him whatsoever. Yeah, he was gay.
But
Yes.
but why did they hide the fact that it was two Dahmer brothers and the mother took one and the father got Jeff?
Yeah.
See, they hid that, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. Yeah, the mother took the
Jeffrey
youngest
Dahmer
brother and she left Jeffrey on the father.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember all
Hid that, y'all.
all of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit they hid. They said they protected him, but most of it was accurate. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Yeah,
reason I liked
good. It really was good. It gave you some insight about some things you probably didn't even know about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then how, again, and it's funny how black people are labeled as homophobic. He was in our community with his gay ass.
Right.
Keep in mind, he could not be gay in his grandmother's house and in his father's house. Remember, he couldn't be gay with them. He could only be gay around black people.
Yeah, but you remember he used to sleep with a mannequin in his bed?
Yeah, and his grandma caught him with it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he would sleep in bed with a mannequin.
That's all true. It's crazy.
Well, his mother was out of her mind anyway. She actually went to the door of one of the victim families to see if they would forgive Jeffrey in
Right.
court. I was like, I would have threw her off of my property head first.
Had water on that bitch.
Mhm. I would have threw her off of my property head first.
Lisa, I'd have threw black eyed peas on that bitch. Bitch, if you don't get off my porch,
Now some hot ass grits.
Mhm.
yeah, some hot rice on
I
that
said,
bitch.
boy, it takes a lot of nerve to go to somebody's door and say that.
I know Jeff ate and killed your kid, killed and ate your kid, but can you please testify and say that Jeff wasn't a bad guy who killed and ate you? Why the fuck would I do that? He ate my grandson.
I know, right?
You know what I didn't.
Why the
You know what I didn't like was when all that stuff had happened with Jeffrey Dahmer, and they were showing where the families would give their impact statements and stuff, and to me it was a form of entertainment. That if that would have been a black person, as many people as he killed, they would have gave him the death penalty. And
He pretty much got it anyway.
yeah,
got it, Drew?
yeah. He did. But you know what I'm saying? Just the whole process of going to court, and it was just a bunch of black folks up there screaming and hollering. They didn't give a damn.
Nah, you should have seen that part too. I'm gonna tell you, let me tell you why you would have liked that part. When the retarded white man got up there, Lisa, I laughed like shit. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was they showed the victim impact statement. They showed when the lady went off and tried to beat the shit out Jeffrey Dahmer.
Mhm.
They showed with the black lady, the deaf dude. His mother wrote a nice poem, a poem about what the fuck he did to him. Then this white guy went up. Hello, my name is Dave. Right? What you did was I was like, what the fuck? I said, did they just let somebody mentally ill get up there? What the fuck is going on? I
Mhm.
laughed my ass off. I said, I am not supposed to get a laugh out of this shit, but I am laughing my black ass off. Why is it a motherfucker with Down syndrome doing the victim statement? That's why he got ate by Jeffrey Dahmer and nobody knew.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what, that was it was just so much worse than anything we were told in the media about Jeffrey Dahmer. It really gave you good insight of how bad it really truly was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the first guy the first guy that he killed was a white guy that he picked up hitchhiking.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed that dude. That dude was actually trying to get away from Jeffrey, but he just didn't make it out the door in time. Jeffrey bashed his head in.
Yeah, because he stole Jeffrey. Get the fuck up on me. He
Yeah.
called
And
him a moist friend.
you know what he did to him? Jeffrey buried him to kill the to get rid of the body. He dug it up because he realized he might get caught, and he took him home and cooked him.
Oh,
Yeah.
He took him home and cooked him.
that is sick.
And then he tried to grind down the bones to get rid of the guy. I mean, he really went all out to try to get rid of this guy's body.
Yeah, crush the bones
He
in the
even tried
dust.
to destroy the bones of this dude's body.
Tried to crush it in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker was crazy. I said, this motherfucker. I said, this is the shit he took time to do. Hey, the worst thing in the world, nobody Google Jeffrey Dahmer crime scene photos.
Mm-hmm. And just
That
think,
is
there are kids that there are kids. What the hell you say to me? ain't asked you to find nothing on no web. Shut the hell up. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, you know what creeped me out? The black woman that lived next door. She said she would hear the tussle and fighting in the apartment. These guys were fighting for their lives.
They're live.
And this woman said she heard the whole thing and said that she was telling the police, I hear power tools in the middle of the night, like he's in there sawing stuff. And she was hearing those guys in there fighting for their lives. And she kept reporting it and calling it in, and they just blew her off.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. That movie, you know what that movie showed you? How real white privilege really, truly is.
Really,
because they gave Jeffrey Dahmer the benefit of the doubt every single time.
That's what I'm about to say, Lisa. How many times did that motherfucker go to court for some shit? He was supposed to be a sex offender, and they didn't put him on the list.
Sure didn't. And every time that woman next to him kept questioning the smell, he kept saying, oh, I took out some meat. It must have gone bad. That's the funny. He kept giving everybody, oh, I was going to cook some meat and I guess I sat it out and it just went bad. That's where that smell's coming.
But you reported that. That's what's so funny about that, Lisa. The lady that Niecy Nash played that he was saying that was complaining about the smell. She didn't even live in this building and was complaining about the smell. She didn't really live next door to him, y'all. It was the lady who lived across the hall that he tried to get, that he actually gave sandwiches and shit to. Yeah. And Niecy Nash character, her daughter and her saw him with the boy with the hole in his head. And they said they could smell his building from across the street.
Yes. Yes.
She was in an adjacent building. They weren't even in the same building. And she could smell dead bodies.
It was powerful. Yeah.
And look, ain't that the funny thing? The police said when they seen the pictures, then they noticed the smell. So I was like, well, what the fuck do these white men got going on in their house that they couldn't smell it, but everybody else did?
Yeah. Oh, they're saying, I'm just looking on my phone, they're saying the guy that attacked Paul Pelosi had a list of targets. I wonder who was on there besides Nancy Pelosi.
I just said him. AOC. Let's see. Out California. Who don't? Gavin Newsom. He just said something about reparations. Who else?
Okay, yeah, they don't tell you who's on the list. Maybe in the coming days we'll find out who was on his hit list. It just said that he had a list of people that he was trying to get.
Right.
His name was David Wayne DePappy. David Wayne DePappy.
I'm DePappy.
That reminds me of life. Remember? That was Bernie Mac's character. I'm the Pappy.
He come out. Everybody is the Pappy of that baby there. And baby,
that was really the funniest part in the whole movie.
Baby come out blue black. It was funny.
That was funny. That was hilarious. Oh man.
I watched Harlem Nights last night. I was cracking up. I wanted to laugh last night.
You know what I watched online? Blank Man. Y'all remember Blank Man? Well, that's a free movie on YouTube this month.
Okay, Blank Man.
and I watched Blank Man.
I like the part. He said he shot me in the pinky toe. Go ahead.
Black man.
No, see,
You
I
said-
like in Blank Man, I like the scene where the woman's having a baby in the elevator and she grabs David Allen Greer's crotch. She's screaming and he's screaming because she's squeezing him and squeezing him. He said to him, "You got a big finger." That part has me screaming every single time.
That is funny. Mm-mm.
David Allen Greer. They got their ass kicked in that movie. For
That part is so funny when they're in the elevator and he was like, I don't want to deliver it. It's ugly down there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, that part was so funny when she grabbed a hold of his crotch when she was pushing the baby out.
Lord. You gonna make me go watch that.
Oh yeah, it's a free movie this month on YouTube. So you can get out there and watch that.
Yeah.
Oh man. I tell you what, I'm gonna buy KD a computer because I'm sick of him dropping off.
Yeah, I've got to get him a computer. I got him I gave him a brand new mic.
Oh, okay.
I have the blue. What's my mic? That blue. What is my?
Yeah. Red Fox was in Harlem Night. Yes.
Yeah, remember Red Fox? He was
Wasn't that the last movie he did before he died?
I think so. But you know what I like? The suits that the brother wore there. They was dressed to the nines. And Red Fox, he worked the crap table and he couldn't see worth a damn. They made him put on them Coke bottle glasses, and then the funny scene to me when Eddie Murphy and Della Reese got in a fist fight, and he was saying that the prostitutes they money always came up short, and she whipped his tail, and then when she shot him and he shot her pinky toe off.
Yeah, I remember that part.
And then I like that girl, the girl that played Sunshine. She had that dude that was in the mafia. He had fell in love. He called his wife, told his daughter, "Let me speak to your mother. I'm just letting you know I ain't never coming home again." Boy, it's just good to just see a movie with just an all black cast. That's what I like. Yeah.
All right, last topic: Emmett Till statue. What do y'all think about that statue of Emmett Till?
It don't mean anything to me.
They kiss my ass.
Right, give me my damn reparations, man.
This is what I think. It's very insulting when the bitch who killed him still walking around and y'all want to make movies and build motherfucking statues. Fuck all that. Lock that bitch up. How about that?
Yeah,
They were trying to serve her and the court shut it down. That attorney general got shut it down.
They taking these dudes on their deathbed over here in America when they was over there with Hitler doing what they was doing. They willing their ass to jail. They half dead, oxygen tank and all. No, your ass going to jail. And then when it come to that white woman, they all of a sudden they don't know how to execute the law. You know, now they're clueless. And I'm not supporting the movie either because you already know it's gruesome. You know what they gonna show us and all that. We don't need no reinforcement of that shit.
No,
we don't need that. You know, I can't watch stuff like that. It's too traumatic. I just noticed in Holly Hale, they love showing those type of movies to keep reinforcing to us, look what we did to you. But remember, whoever listening, the enemy, you will get it tenfold. And I can't imagine tenfold. When I first heard that, I said they get it tenfold. You know, we got punished. I can't imagine tenfold. I want to see that shit. I ain't gonna front. I want to see it.
Well, the way things look, you just might. We are so close to the end. And the thing is, you know, when I looked at that statue, the first thing I said to myself, that's just one more thing they're going to vandalize.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that came in my head when I saw it.
You know, Lisa,
Me
one
To be honest with you, when you look at the statue, it really don't look much like Emmett Till.
you know what? There are some things that I can say I can appreciate about my folks being on social media. There was, you know, often when people know you're raised in a conscious community, they assume that you may be knowledgeable on a lot of things and not realize that you're also affected by the system. And the one thing that I can say about my folks is we all individually have something to add and getting us up to speed on how this system really, really works. And one thing that stood out with Lisa, what Lisa said was, and I never thought of it, is they always use symbolism. Looking like when Barack Obama was in office, what did we so-called get? An ugly ass museum. Symbolism. That shit don't pay no bills. That don't fulfill no reparations or anything. And then it's so many other things, but the one that I also want to mention is something that KD did one time. He did such a powerful video about getting crumbs off of Lucifer's plate. These people so-called people will never, ever, ever change.
Mm-mm.
Stop looking for them to change. Stay firm on your position and continue to keep focusing on Yahweh and Yahweh only. To hell with all this other stuff. It ain't gonna be nothing newfangled or anything. It ain't no mystery or miracle gonna happen and all that kind of stuff like that. Like I said, we just watching it just play out. And I like how you start at the beginning of this video. What I see in it, even though we may have some complaints here and there, and we have the right to voice those things, is what I be listening to is the enemy is demonstrating to us our true powers and their concerns and all kind of things and what they worried about and stuff. They the one that's losing sleep at the end of the day. And even though things are really expensive and high and people are hitting it hard, well, you know what? They got to go pay the same prices that we got to pay. They don't have a separate price for them and a separate price for us and all of that. Because at the end of the day, the only thing these suckers care about is their bottom line. They don't give a damn even about their so-called own. Because like my mother would tell me when she grew up down south in Arkansas, it was just as many po-ass white folks as black folks and stuff. You know, they try to act like they take care of their own, and they got the nerves to act like they're better than us.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
I know one thing, like Lisa say, if they shoot up the plat where he was killed at,
Mm-hmm.
imagine the shit that they gonna do to a 9-foot statue.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to figure out, where did they get the money from? Brett Favre?
I don't know. I think that money went into that volleyball stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, where did they get this? We took some of the money we got back from Brett
I don't
Favre.
know. They could have made that statue with welfare money. You never know.
They find a way to come up with that money, don't they, LVZ? With their damn symbolism, which ain't
Why
never.
they ain't find a way to, they use all that metal to fix that goddamn make that statue. Meanwhile, niggas in Jacksonville still talking about they can't take a shower.
Right. They said
Well,
the water crisis is far from over. They're saying that water is still nasty coming out of them faucets.
They want them to bathe in that nasty water,
Mm-hmm.
let alone drink it.
I mean, you got to think about it. The people telling you it's safe to use don't even live in that area. Okay, where they live, the water is clean.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But they're telling you to use that filthy ass water.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But y'all, you know, over these last few days, you know, the Kyrie Irving story got me worked up. So, you know, you just gonna have to put up with my frustrations in the videos. I get crazy like that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I will. The funny part is, y'all, I've been getting interview offers in my email from different Hebrew camps and brothers. Like, wow,
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever got this many offers before.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That hey, I'm with you though, because I even, like I say, as few things I don't agree with Kyrie on, but this one, nah, I'm 10 toes down with him. It's no way you're gonna attack him over no bullshit. You're not gonna say that merely saying black people are of the original Hebrews.
Mm-hmm.
There is
But
no
you know what? But
problem
you
with
know what, LVC? He didn't even go that far. All he
oh,
did was post the link. That was it.
exactly.
And they went
He
He
berserk.
didn't
didn't
add
say
nothing to it. He didn't take away from. He just post a link.
yeah.
All this anti-Semitic and all this stuff that came from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
like he wrote a paragraph before he put the link. He didn't even. He just posted a link.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what they saying is this, right? It is considered anti-Semitic for you to not say you a Negro.
Mm-hmm.
Because all he tweeted was because he really didn't even tweet a link to the movie. He just tweeted that a
Mm-hmm.
picture. So it wasn't even a link. It was just a picture. Blacks the Negroes, wake up Black America.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. You could take the movie from it if you want, or you could just look at that title and realize that maybe that's the message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You
But
know,
you know,
but
but you,
the thing is, we if you really think about it, over the last several years, they've been really coming hard in our faces about this hate speech stuff. I
mhm.
just don't understand how you can equate that to 500 years of hate.
No, you can't.
Okay. But they are desperately trying to put on us what they have been doing for 500
Because
years.
they sitting there on edge, like you were saying earlier, micromanaging what, especially what comes out of a black man's mouth. And and see what the enemy does is they're very blatant, and what they say, what they gonna do, and all that and stuff. And if a black man or woman got any sense, they not gonna sit up here and get on social media and say, okay, we're gonna all line up on such and such street, and we're gonna get our guns and we're gonna go fight the government all day. You'd be like, Negro, please, I ain't going out there to get myself all killed up on that. And we have the right to speak what we feel, say what we feel, and all of that. And somebody still in our mouth telling us what we should and should not say because it's making them uncomfortable. If you don't say anything, they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. So you might as well say what you gotta say. But there's
Well, they make
power.
us uncomfortable all day and all night, but you
Mhm.
know, even we don't whine half as much about that as they do.
Mm-mm. And what is your concerns? What is your real concerns? We ain't banging down your damn doors and all of that. We ask one damn thing, and you can't even do that. Leave us alone. We like fellowshipping with our own folks. Leave us alone. Say what you gotta say. Use your voice. But see, it's power in what we speak. And this is, I keep saying, this is the last frontier with this antiquated technology, because we got technology that far surpass this. I've said this often, that we're bringing each other back together on the four corners. Because Lisa keeps saying over and over, damn, this internet and social media and all this stuff has really saved a lot of folks. And I remember a few years ago, Lisa was saying she was getting messages from people across the pond and stuff saying, damn, this is what's going on in America. You know, everybody busting out with their phones, filming stuff. You know, they made it out like we was just some crazy people and just making up stuff as we go. Oh, they just be bothering us all day and they're just doing that. And you can see a black man simply walking down the street and end up getting busted upside the head, just taking a damn walk. And you gotta, you know, why you here and what you doing and all that kind of people tired of that shit. Mind your own damn business. You know, but I'm gonna always speak my truth. You speak your truth. You speak it into existence. Like I said long time ago when I was hot one night, I said, you get no peace, you get no sleep, you get no rest at all whatsoever. It's all kind of stuff out here that's biting them in their ass, but they still keep worrying about what we doing, you know. And then they'll tell us, well, we can't bring up Rona no more, and that thing is on an all-time high. They don't even bring it up in mainstream
because they can't
news.
conquer it. They can't conquer it. They don't like talking about anything they can't conquer.
Yeah, you're absolutely, and I've been saying that when it's something that they cannot conquer, then they want all of us to fear the very thing that they can't conquer. No, we separate our energy. You go ahead and fear that shit, you know.
Where it's that, and you know what I'm saying, they scared to tell you the motherfuckers still dropping dead. They might have to give you more free money. Fuck that.
Well, you know, there's a lot, LVZ, I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a lot of people protesting over getting the jab seen. They saying they don't want no more damn shots. I've seen that.
People became
people are like, I had enough. Enough is enough. I don't want no more.
Pincushions.
There are a lot of people now rising up saying they don't want no more jabs, or they don't want none of that mess.
You know what? I got a number of relatives that went back, and I've been paying real close attention to them. Went back and got that booster, and they keep telling me, you know,
I know there's a story that came out maybe a week or two ago, and they're saying a lot of people are saying they had enough. They've gotten all of it, and they still want them to come back and get more and get more, and they're like, no more. I'm not going
trying
back.
to figure out, but where are they at with these people who are asking them to come get more? Because I swear, nobody asked us to get no more.
Oh, real. Speaking of that, y'all, I didn't tell y'all this. We were at the emergency room with my son, and he was diagnosed and told, you know, he had that thing we can't talk about. So the pain got so unbearable, he passed out. That's why we ended up going to the emergency room with him. It scared the hell out of me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. I was crying. True Royal will tell you, because I was on the phone with True Royal. I was crying. I was all out of it. And after that happened, I didn't sleep for 2 straight days. And True Royal was, of course, on the phone, reprimanded me, said, "You're going to have to go to sleep. You need to eat. She was really, she was on the phone breaking it down to me."
Well, you do me the same way.
So, you know, I was on edge. Well, they gave us that drug they got out. It's called Paxlovid.
Yeah.
And do y'all know, I saw a story just a day ago. Do you know they're saying that they're mostly prescribing that to white people, and it's not getting offered to Black and Hispanics?
Wow.
I just found that out. You can find the story online. They're being very selective about who they give that drug to. We got it only because.
How you spell that, Lisa?
Huh?
How you spell that?
It's spelled PAXLOVID.
Okay.
And they gave us that. We actually got it. But I found out they're very selective. They're giving it to white people, but a lot of Blacks and Latin people, they ain't even offering it to them. And the only reason why we got the drug was because the nurse was Black. Okay, the nurse was Black, and she made sure he got it.
And we need to do what we because we usually talk about it during the winter and cold. We need to make sure we keep our immune system up, because it was a terminology that Lisa used the other day I'd never heard, with the combination of that and the flu, and that they're concerned about, you know.
The flu already bad. and
You
then
know,
you add it with that, and add it with
gonna be like,
it was
yeah, it's gonna be
on.
like some
Yeah,
kind of super shit and stuff. So it's
yeah,
important
yeah.
that don't wait to get something. It's all kind of
Right. Yeah.
remedies out there that we
That
can.
goddamn that
Uh-huh.
damn drug she talk about, that's what that done made a big change. The Paxlovid shit that made a big change. But like Lisa said, sir, it depend. You got to know which hospitals to go to. Every hospital ain't gonna treat you like that. It's gonna
That's
be certain hospitals that got the right. That's gonna give you the right shit. But you gotta know them, and you gotta tell other people. You gotta
Mhm.
look. I went to this hospital. They
Mhm.
gave me this when I caught that because my motherfucker supervisor caught it
Mhm.
when he was on vacation. He said, I go on vacation for 3 weeks. And the first fucking week, I catch corona.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
said, you ain't get the drug? He said, what drug? I said, they supposed to give you that Paxlovid or whatever. It's a drug that they
Right.
supposed to give. And they ain't give me nothing. I said, what?
Mhm.
Nigga, you
Now,
paying Sean.
the thing is, it was kind of too late and thank you to everybody in the chat for your concern about my son. It was actually too late for him to take it because they said you got to take it as soon as you feel the symptoms.
Mhm.
So, he was kind of a few days into the symptoms. So she said, just take it. That way you have it the next time, somebody gets
Yeah,
hit with it, you'll have the drug.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
we were able to get it, but I'm finding out they have given it to very few of us.
See, and we can
Yeah, they
we
telling
can
niggas,
always share this information in depth behind the scenes.
they telling niggas drink a ginger ale and you be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
do
right. I'm telling you.
more
But
than that.
yeah, the head nurse, we had her and she was a black woman. And
Mhm.
she made sure he got it.
Mhm.
So I mean, I really appreciate what she did. This woman was so great with my son, and she, pretty much kept us calm through it. She showed a lot of concern. She kept coming in to even check on me,
Mhm.
because I was just falling apart. She came in there,
Mhm.
and this woman was so nice. She came in several times to check on me, make sure. She was like, do you want me to get you some water? Do you want me to get you a refreshment? She really was very concerned.
Mhm.
And I deeply appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the kind of people you want around when something is going down, because a lot of people don't show that much concern at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And then maybe the very one that get it and then be hollering for help.
Hmm.
Gotta look out for our own. And look
Yeah,
out
and
for
it's scary these days being in an emergency room. When we walked in, they checked my purse. They checked, we had to go through a metal detector. I was like, God, is this crazy coming to a hospital now? And yeah, they said, yeah, they get some crazy behind people coming in the emergency room. So it was a black security guard. He, had to check us, and then I had to open up my purse and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And then we sat, and we didn't wait long. They really took him back right away because he had passed out. They took him back right away.
Mhm.
And it was one woman. I was telling True Royal, she was probably like 2 or 3 slots down from us. Boy, that woman was coughing up a storm. It's scary being in there
Mhm.
because you just don't know what people have.
It's
And
spreading
it's not
around.
unusual for you to go to the hospital for something and you walk away with COVID.
Mhm.
Oh, and that's more common than you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a metal detector.
Damn.
And they didn't have that before. When we were up there before, they didn't have none of that, but they got it in place now.
People probably in there fighting in them hospitals and stuff and
They
cutting up.
do. That's what they said. They said, come, they have found weapons on people. Some people sit in there acting crazy. And Some of them they had to turn away because they just got too outrageous in the emergency room.
Yeah, making the demands that they,
You
yeah.
know,
But ain't nothing, and you just keep in mind, folks, things are the same when that stuff first came out. They just not putting it out there like that. So we have to stay diligent, and don't get, because one thing, me and Lisa was talking about how you see people not walking around with their mask on anymore. They didn't got comfortable and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Mhm.
We keep, I mean, I have them in my purse, in my pocket, in my car. Don't get comfortable. Don't do it.
Yeah, because they're not going to tell you a lot. And now, if you go out there, there's a lot of people getting hospitalized with the flu. That's actually on the rise now. You'll see a lot of stories out there about the flu.
I bet you would have a
Being
strong
bad this year.
I bet you it's a strong case of that mess too. And then with all these other diseases and then them variants. I mean, it's so many variants, they don't even have names for them.
Yeah. One time we were up at the hospital and I knew they brought some inmates up there because when we were in the emergency room, you saw a couple of COs and you saw the inmates and they keep them separated from everybody else in the OR. They keep them like in a certain area, but I saw the COs walking around. For them when those inmates get sick and they got to bring them up to the emergency room.
Don't or maybe they running out of space. I thought all those prisons had infirmaries.
They do have infirmaries, but even if a inmate is too sick, even they got to send them out. They got to send them out because they only can do so much.
Yeah, have you all handcuffed to the bed? Don't go in labor. I seen it. What was that? Something on TV. This woman in prison, she go in labor. They got her handcuffed to the bed. I said, where the hell she gonna go? She about to drop a load. Or something else.
Wow, Mr. Pirate Brain, I'm sorry to hear that. They almost killed you with a shot of insulin. Damn.
And you know what? That guy from Texas, you know what? They don't, it's some other poxes they got. The squirrel pox, the cow pox.
Yeah, and I heard chicken pox is on the rise too.
And I know exactly what y'all can take where you will not have an outbreak. You just gonna have to email me and stuff. And I rarely guarantee you anything. You will not have no pox or nothing. It's one simple ingredient you got to take.
Oh, I got something. You can take your ass on away from me, and that way I don't catch nothing.
What?
That's what I can take. I'm telling them to take their ass on away from me. And that way I don't catch nothing.
But then people got comfortable. People got real comfortable. They don't social distance. And
they don't. That's because they don't really know the truth of what's going on out here. Nobody is speaking on it.
Well, see, it's what the media be putting out. They'll floodgate you with stuff, pump all kind of fear, and they didn't want the latter. Some people think that thing is damn near gone.
And the
but
thing
nah,
is,
we gotta keep it real.
Yeah, right now they're going to keep Kyrie out there, and you hear how they're talking. Oh, we didn't do anything yet. I said, so y'all behind the scenes trying to discuss how you're going to punish this man for speaking his mind.
Yeah,
because they can't take the team. They can't kick him off the basketball team. And then, even though the commissioner is Jewish, he ain't said nothing yet about it, so he can't do nothing about it. So it's really like what he didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. What he gonna say? You can't like this. What?
Yeah, I mean
that's what I'm saying.
Overboard.
Yeah, like it's like Lisa said. This a grown man. You telling me that they got, what are they gonna say to him? That's like, if it's an album they don't like when they said to LeBron James, you can't say you can't rap lyrics that because he didn't even say anything. He was rapping the lyrics, getting money like I'm Jewish. Oh, that was anti-Semitic. We're like, but I didn't even say shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They just making assumptions then.
Right. It's just like Kyrie. Okay, so y'all are watching these players to the point where you're following them all over social media?
They are.
That's just ridiculous.
Uh-huh. They are. They literally are.
That's the thing I don't get, right? So all most Hebrews are saying is that the people that they call Hebrews now are converts. That's what we say. We say they are converts. Meaning, no, we ain't saying that we just saying that they're converts. We're saying that we're the originals, but they're converts. Now, I don't know what's anti-Semitic about that, but if that's anti-Semitic, then is it Islamophobic to say that Muhammad Ali was a convert to Islam? Because he was, right?
You know what? It's anti-Semitic because it comes out of our mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
That's really what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I need to know if it's wrong to say that some people converted to another religion, then it's wrong to say that. So if you say Muhammad Ali converted to Islam, you're you're Islamophobic. Right? So the next time I hear a white guy on TV, and he probably Jewish, talking about Muhammad Ali when he converted to Islam, I'm gonna say, don't be Islamophobic. That was very Islamophobic.
I remember looking at that footage when he first changed from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. Oh, they didn't like it. They gave him hell in the media over that.
No, they didn't.
They did not like that. You know, and they kept questioning him on why he converted from Christianity to being a Muslim. And Muhammad Ali was pretty much looking at him, well, I can do whatever the hell I want.
They got
what the fuck I want.
You know, it's to me, how I look at it, it's like you own a company and you hire some people, and the people that you hire do an excellent job. You know, they're very productive, on time. You have no problems with them at your company. And one day they come to your company and maybe they didn't dye their hair a crazy looking color. It's not affecting nobody. That's just what they did. As long as they getting their damn job done. You grown, and adults be doing stuff that we don't always agree with, but you're not gonna micromanage me.
Yeah, you know what? One time, True Royal, I must have been back in high school when this happened. They had a field trip, and the place they went, it was one of those places I went to a lot, but with my family, and I didn't want to go. So it said that it was optional. So if you didn't want to go, you just stayed at the school and just did your work. You know, she gave us busy work, or we could do our homework, right? So I said, well, I'll just stay at the school. I really don't want to go. And it said optional. Do you know this teacher came over? I want to know why you don't want to. I said, doesn't that say optional? Yes, but I want to know why. I said, then I'm not going to answer that.
I don't have to answer it.
It says optional. And I chose not to go. Why am I explaining this to you?
That's it.
Well, I just want to know. No. It's optional. And I said, I don't want to go. You know, yeah, she came over to pester me. She wanted answers.
Wow.
And I said, no, it says optional on this page, right? Yes, but I want to know. No, get out of my face.
You don't need to know. You don't need to know. They don't need to know shit. It said optional.
I think they are just accustomed to questioning us like that.
Yeah, we're
We got to answer to them. No, I'm not going. It says optional, and that's it. I'm not
mhm,
explaining nothing else.
mm-mm.
You
It
know.
makes it
And my
really.
mother had told me, you do what you want. If you want to just sit up at the school that day and just do your homework, then you do that. And
you
that's what I did.
you know what? As I became an adult, and it was a lot of things mainly that my father taught me, and even other family members, but mainly my father. And as I gotten older and older and stuff, I really appreciate my father, because when I started, I was naive to certain things. When I started like really getting in the workforce, I was astounded how many scared to death Black folks was out there. And y'all got to realize I worked exclusively with men, and they were afraid, and how these guys would terrorize their families at home and would be kissing them white boys asses at work, and they didn't even have to be the boss. Just the things that I would see grown men would do to keep jobs, buying lunches for folks and all this kind of stuff. And it was something at least said to me that really knocked me down one time, where she said it was some kids that she had grew up around, and they was always hanging around these other white kids talking about they know things and all this kind of stuff like that. That shit is taught on early on to be a coon and just basically just being a victim and afraid to speak up for yourself. It's like when I was a teenager and working, my father always said everybody on the job is an adult. Yeah, you say to be respectful and all of that, but when that adult is being disrespectful towards you, it might be an adult out there that'll really show you the ropes, and they want to punk us. And then you see these adults doing this, big old grown strapping men out here and stuff. And it's really shameful that you got some of our folks still stay in that mode. And then because you got a voice and because you speak up for yourself, then you're labeled all these things. It's all about control. That The Art of War, it's not a big book at all, but The Art of War is something that I recommend that everybody read, because you can apply the art of war just working. It's all psychological.
Yeah.
Adults being bullies. Yeah.
The thing is, we are the biggest. See, the people that speak up are always looked upon as the biggest threat because they're always afraid of who you may be influencing. Well, if they feel that way, how many of them out there feel that? That's how they think. Oh, well, she got too much mouth. Shadow ban her. Don't let anybody see that channel. That's
been happening.
Stuff they do.
That's still been happening since I left DC. That's why I always wanted to come back home. I probably everybody like, why you don't like to leave? Cause whenever I leave, bad shit happen. I left, go to the military. It's not like DC, so I don't like it. But you know me, I just turn where I'm at into where I'm from. Had my little own sector. And the white man said that shit. He said, I picked who the leader is in this, when I was in the military. He said, I picked who the leader is in this flight. You formed your own clique and people start following you. I said, shit, they still get the work done. The next thing you know, I went from week 4 back to week 2. I said, damn, most people would know, damn, I'm just a leader by nature. It just happened. People follow me by osmosis. So put me in a position and show me the ropes. Nah, that ain't what happened. So they moved me back to week 2. Just so happened I was around a white dude that they didn't like. And he put me in a leadership role. So after that, everything was cool. Sent me to South Carolina. I was like, I'm not going to do good around these white people. I knew it. And I ain't last long. I mean, I look at it like this. Growing up, when I was a young, I used to hate Uncle Tom niggas. Like you said, I used to see them when I used to do electrician work. They be kissing white people. Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Oh, Lord.
I was like, you don't sell out. Old niggas. They was older than me, But the thing was, what I had on him, I had a son about 9 or 10 that I was taking care of. So you couldn't really tell me shit. I'm young, but I'm still raising my own son. And I
Mhm.
would see these coon ass niggas and cuss them out. You a sellout ass nigga. But they was doing that, like you said, to keep a job.
Mm.
I knew I didn't give a fuck about getting fired. I knew some of the shit I was gonna say was gonna get me fired. Unemployment wasn't that bad. I go flip that shit, go do something else. It's just what you think, what dignity is to you. To me, that's dignity.
Mhm.
I'd rather get fired and do some illegal shit before I just kiss somebody ass.
You know what I'm thinking of, LVC? I have seen brothers literally take their balls and put them on a block and just chop them off. It just make you just want to turn away. It does something to you. It just does something to you.
I would rather get fired
I feel you.
and do some illegal shit than kiss somebody. All I really want to do is go to work, do my job, and come the fuck home.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me the fuck alone. Tell me what you need me to do. I'm gonna get it done. Leave me the fuck alone. Like Lisa said, don't micromanage me. After that, we good. But all that kissing your ass, all that, I would rather be fired and do something illegal than fucking kiss your ass. I'm sorry.
But you know something that I learned and noticed on these jobs, that when you out there working with the enemy, that's their playground to them. They feel like they can do any and everything to you. If y'all have ever encountered any of them off the job, or say they might have some little bullshit little party and it's downtime, they don't know what to do. They quiet, they a whole different person. It's how they view working opposed to how we view working. We just want to work and then go home. We can't wait to get to our families. They can't stand being with their families
Exactly, because I got a saying. I'm glad you said that. I have a saying that I've been saying since I was 20 years old. I don't know about you, but I like my family and they like me. I'm ready to go home. Oh, you don't want to do no overtime, nigga. 8 hours was enough.
Yeah.
You know what we used, what one company I used to work at, some of the they would have these gatherings and everything. And one thing everybody noticed was the Black people weren't getting invited. So it came up one day and we were all in the kitchen and I was like, I done been to some of your parties. You ain't got to worry about me coming to your boring ass events. You know, from that point on, they start inviting us. When I said their events were boring, and they were.
They don't even seem like
boring. They weren't. You stand around running your mouth with a drink in your hand. I mean,
they don't even
do that.
They don't even seem like the same people when you're not when you're not in that work
at
setting.
Work.
Yeah, they don't know what to do, and go ahead.
Then you realize you don't like these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that shit, like Lisa said, that shit be real lame and boring and everything. They the ones that don't want to go home. You making all this money and stuff, but your home life ain't all what it chalked up to be. They ain't happy in them homes. You cannot, like I was telling this one brother, they was doing so much nasty to us on this one particular job. And I said to this one brother, I said, do you think that these people leave pleasant lives, that they shut that nastiness off when they come home and they just so sweet and kind to their family? They carry that energy with them. They bring that shit in the household and everything. Then people are not happy. You are not going to project that stuff. The Creator gonna find a way to balance that stuff out. They don't be happy, and then they feel like they doing something big by so-called ordering you around, and then you just got some folks that just coon out. Because one thing that my father always said, don't be the first to speak to them and stuff. He said, in fact, don't speak to them at all. He said, just watch how they react. They want you to acknowledge their presence, you know, and they get a kick out of. I used to watch a lot of those Mexican men at work. They would just be running to them. You know, they want you to run.
No, I used to get joy when they would say, we need this, and this done. And I would look at it. I ain't doing that. Look at them when you tell them you ain't gonna do something. It's priceless.
And that's like every day in DC. Look, this is the funny thing though. I thought about like our first times out working, and they would give us those office parties. I noticed none of that, Lisa. I never had an office get together that wasn't on the clock. And then that's when I realized, you know why? Because they know the black people don't come.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they use and at one company, the dude actually told me, but everybody was black there. It was like my man Daniel was like, yeah, they started doing it on the clock. I was like, why? I was like, oh, they do the office party on the clock. That's cool. So you at the party on the clock? He said, yeah, it's cool, but that ain't really why they did it. So why? He said, at first they was inviting us to come and nobody black would show up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they realized that like 75% of your staff black, even some of your managers wasn't showing up.
We don't want to be around you.
So, we ain't really want to be around. You gotta pay us. And seriously, that's what I say. Growing up in the DMV, I done got spoiled. I ain't never been at an office party that ain't on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
We get paid to go to the party. You better pay us the party.
Oh yeah, having them potlucks at work. I ain't eating their food.
Shit. I'm sorry.
Just let me do my job and I'll go home. I ain't got to do all that extra stuff.
That's a half day.
They ain't do that either. I got to give them credit. I'm trying to look. The white people I work for were smart. The electrician company, you know what they did? They got us, broke us off of work every day for a week, right? And got us to just strip old copper wire down. And we ain't know what the fuck we was doing it for. We was like, boy, this is a lot of money. Then they took it in, cashed it in, knew there wasn't up with a whole bunch of black dudes from DC. And they bought fish, seafood, all types of but of course it was white, so they ain't know what vegetables about, of course. So coleslaw.
Lord.
Coleslaw. But we all from the DMV for real. And this cracker had to spend about $4,000 in seafood. So he did it up. Then like the other white company that I work for, when they did it, they just had the shit catered by the soul food company.
That's what they did. You know what? That's what they did. The company that I work for, they would always go to this one restaurant called Everett and Jones. And
yes, that's my spot.
Everett and Jones.
Yeah.
They act like they the only soul food place around. That's what they do. Ooh, and they would spend a lot of money on that stuff.
Yes, that shit is this. And they don't never got the greens in the one up in Berkeley. The one in Berkeley don't never got the greens, True Raw. I gotta go to the one
that one in Berkeley. Been there since I've been a child. I know which one you're talking about. And then
I be hitting.
They got one in Jack London Square. That's the one in Jack London. That's where a lot of the celebrities go. They play music, and everything. And then if it's hot enough, you can even sit outside. Because
that's the one I want to go to.
In fact, my husband went over there last week and they had ran out of greens. Folks was pissed.
They don't never have them at Berkeley.
Yeah,
I be mad. I said, man, I come all the way out California. Every time I come out California, I don't never got no greens, man. He said, what? I said, man, I would have to bring greens from DC. I would start laughing.
But you know what? Lisa said something real deep to me where this it was some conversation. I think it didn't happen to Lisa directly, but this white person was shocked that we don't particularly care for them or like them, or how maybe some of us have reacted to them thinking our arms is all open and like them, and their feelings get hurt, that, oh, we're not liked. No, you're not. The most Black folks you have encountered was just tolerating your ass. At the end of the day.
You ain't even gotta say that you don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta say is we not friends. Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
Yes, it does.
We not friends.
They got this thing about it's practically mandatory that we have to like them. I just find that hilarious.
Right.
I'm like, okay, it ain't that deep for me. Mm-hmm. That's why when they come along every now and then, one of them will hop over. I don't like you, Lisa Cabrera. Okay, now what do you want me to do? Go off in a corner and cry? I really don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I really, truly don't care about that. I think that's a waste of time for me to sit around and worry about. I'm too old for you to try to manipulate me like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm too old for you to try to tell me what I can and cannot say. I had a couple of them that tried to pull that too. You shouldn't talk about this. You can't say that. Who says who?
Ain't nobody forcing you all to listen to our channels.
Who says who?
We ain't up here begging, please listen to us. And then we're gonna say something that's not pleasing to your ear.
And not only that, first of all, these folks, just by nature, they need someone to dislike. Mm-hmm. They do. If I was not on YouTube, it would be somebody else.
Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm.
They just need somebody to hate.
Mm-hmm.
And brothers and sisters, let me talk to y'all. Some of y'all in the chat room and some of y'all that's gonna replay when y'all hear this. Don't be like the same white folks that Lisa was just talking about. Because some of you motherfuckers is in the chat room doing that now. Y'all talk about, yeah, we believe in freedom of speech for Kyrie and Kanye. Then as soon as I curse, why LVZ got the curse? Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I get that all the time too, LVZ.
I hate that shit so much. I'm for free speech. Damn right. That's why I tell them, motherfucker, they can kiss my. Why you cussing so much? Nigga, didn't you just say you for free speech? Mm-hmm. I was being free with my speech.
Yeah.
Let me be free.
We got all kinds out here. Mm-hmm.
We do. But you know what? It makes you realize how unrealistic many things that were told to them. And so when they come out in the real world, I guess they think it's one size fit all with all of us. We're all the same. We all act the same. We all do the same thing. And that's really not true.
True. Right.
That's not.
And guess
true.
what?
It's a very individual thing with us, just like it is for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they get told so many unrealistic things. And so when you don't fit the mold, they got a problem with you.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was a space and time just for survival purposes. We had to conduct ourselves in a certain way, and some of that stuff has carried over, and they're stuck in this mold that they're just so grand and great, and just look at how they react. Just we don't have to have nothing to do with it. The world could just tell them no, and they go get them a gun and just go shoot up innocent people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mike Lewis, for the super chat.
And you look how many manifestos we done read because some little snot-nosed white boy can't get no female. Mm-hmm. So you go gun and go shoot up everybody.
Yeah, but they're worried about our speech online, and then they don't even take those manifestos off.
Mm-hmm.
Until after there's a shooting.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to say that. I'm about to say they write that shit all online. It stay up even after they murdered 43 people. They done said, hey, look, they done shot everybody white, nobody black, but for some reason it's 18 pages in a 20-page manifesto of how much they hate niggas.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I know we be laughing about that all the time.
I know they had this one white boy up in Southern California. I think his father was some kind of director or something, and he was angry because he couldn't get no female. And in his manifesto, he was shocked that some black guy he went to high school with, he was calling him poor and everything. He was like, he can get
Elliot Rodgers.
Yeah, Elliot Rogers. Yep,
yeah,
that's
he
who
can,
that was.
yeah, he can get a girlfriend and all that. Remember that one in
Yeah, and
McDonald's?
then he wanted to kill the girls that were flocking to the black guy.
Mhm, sure
Yeah.
did.
I just want these inferior black beasts when I
This-
have a BMW. Where
well,
you
this-
must ain't hear that Michael Collier joke. When you got a big thing, you don't need a BMW.
Mhm.
you
Sure
know,
don't.
they had one up here in California. There's some white kid that was attempting a mass shooting in a McDonald's, and when the cops talked to him, he was telling them he was breaking down. He never had sex before. He ain't had a girlfriend. So what's the purpose of shooting up folks? You know,
That's how they
Yeah,
are.
'cause that's
like-
just gonna
that's like
make
almost
you
every
somebody's
mass shooter.
girlfriend.
yeah, you're gonna be in there limp wrist.
Now
Mhm.
you gonna be somebody's girlfriend.
They have a very distorted view because you know their parents don't tell them no. Their form of punishment is time out. So you just go time out for 3 minutes and stuff, and then this society may reject your ass, even your own. And your
Mhm.
solution is to go kill up people because somebody said no to you. You know, Trump put that out. You see how they greet their women. They don't know how to use their mouthpiece. They just start grabbing body parts and stuff.
I think you was saying Trump put that out where how you act when you tell that motherfucker no. No, you didn't win the presidency. Storm the Capitol.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, when they got into the details of how Trump acted really behind the scenes, like he
Beating up Secret Service
yeah,
and
the
shit.
Secret Service, that was their time to just flash and whoop his ass. All that elbowing people and stuff. You trying to drive and he grabbing the steering wheel. Oh, Trump would have got his ass whooped. You know,
Oh.
he would have got his ass whooped. But that's a clear example of you can't say no to him. And he having an extended ass long temper tantrum for years and years and years. He gonna take that shit to his grave.
Mhm.
You know, you can just be standing there looking at Trump. They stole the election. Damn. How long you gonna keep whining about this shit?
Mhm. In fact, it got so bad. It got so bad. Even Jared and Ivanka stayed away from him because he just kept ranting about it so much. They stopped going around him.
Well, you know what? His niece never lied on him. The things that she said that he was gonna do and how he was gonna act because he couldn't get his way. Something else.
That bitch look like Peppermint Patty.
Oh, don't she? Oh, don't she? Don't she?
That's an ugly woman.
Hard looking. She looked like Trump in a damn dress.
Okay, she's a Trump. She's definitely a Trump.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but y'all remember back when Carolyn Bryan was young and all that stuff happened with Emmett Till? They were putting out in the media that she was like a Marilyn Monroe. I said, Marilyn, I said, no, I said, Carolyn Bryan looks like Pee Wee Herman with a curly wig on.
Oh my goodness.
She does. Look at her face and go look at Paul Rubin. She looked
I
like
know she
Pee
was-
Wee Herman with a curly wig on, and they're talking about she's the answer
Oh,
to
that was
Marilyn Monroe.
that's ridiculous. That's their
I was
standard of
like,
beauty.
oh no, y'all didn't.
Lisa, I know exactly what picture you talking about. And you know what I always used to say? I never wanted to say this joke out loud. I said, damn, that bitch look like Aunt Jemima in whiteface.
She
You're
looked,
right.
don't look at her face, y'all. She looked
She
like
got the same hairdo.
She looked
Don't y'all
like
know when y'all
Pee Wee with a wig on. That's what Carolyn Bryan looked like.
Mhm.
And I was like, what the hell? I said, whatever. I guess y'all can believe whatever you want.
Just you caught me off
Wasn't no
guard.
dashing beauty to me.
That's sad. That is just sad.
I
But
thought
yeah, those are the kind of headlines they were putting out back then. Like this Marilyn Monroe type got whistled at by this little
Mhm.
black boy up in some store. And I
Mhm.
looked at it, I was like, seriously, y'all, look at her face and go pull up Pee Wee Herman. She
You
looked
wouldn't
like
believe
Pee Wee Herman with curls.
just you talking about Marilyn Monroe, you wouldn't believe how many movies, how many documentaries and they didn't put out on this woman, been long dead, and they just put out another one on
Yeah, they romanticize about her.
nothing but a
Netflix.
hoe.
Yeah, a hoe and a junkie. She
Mhm.
had a serious drug problem too.
Right.
And they're just
Sleeping with everybody's husband.
romanticizing about that.
Oh yeah.
Run around sleeping with people's husbands.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
that's
Lisa, that's all I'm gonna say. Lisa, speaking of Carolyn Bryant, I heard that Teal movie. Now I ain't going to see it, but
Yeah, I'm
one
not
thing I will say, I heard that speaking of how ugly you said Carolyn Bryant is. Y'all, Carolyn Bryant is so ugly. They said Mel Gibson gonna play her in the new Teal movie.
wow.
And Mel Gibson is gonna play her in the new Teal movie, y'all. So I'm just saying.
But if you do see pictures of her when she was young, you can see the way her energy. She thought she was hot stuff, because I was reading that she would dress damn near half naked to piss her husband off and stuff. People were saying that she was a whore, basically. And then
And that's why Mel gonna play her, because you said she be showing her half naked. They said Mel is built exactly like Carolyn Bryant.
Yeah, like a damn linebacker. That like hey LBZ, you know what I was thinking about when they had the Ahmaud Arbery's trial, the McMichael's wife, the senior McMichael's wife. That woman looked like a straight linebacker.
Yeah, she did.
Linebacker.
That's what I said. I said shit, he shouldn't mind going to jail.
Yeah,
you ain't got to sleep next to her.
Yeah,
shit, jail like that.
And she didn't look no different when she was younger either. She didn't look no different. Same size and all of that. I'm like, wow.
All right, y'all. I'm telling y'all, you can't tell me that Carolyn Bryant didn't look like Pee Wee. All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
Carolyn Bryant looked like Pee Wee.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at her do the laugh and everything. She do look like that's probably like Pee Wee's mom.
They ain't talking about some answer. She's Marilyn Monroe.
Oh Lord, that's their standard of beauty.
Pee Wee's mom. Pee Wee lost the role of Carol. It's my mom, kid.
Don't she look like Pee Wee? I told y'all.
Do look like Paul Rubin.
Shoot.
Put her on a bike. Put her on that bike.
You remember what happened to Paul Rubin when they caught his ass in that adult theater jacking off? They had arrested him and a bunch of other people. He lost his career after that. Oh, that tickled me when that happened.
And he really looked like Carolyn Bryant, because when he got busted doing that, he grew his hair out. Don't y'all remember how
he
long
did?
his hair was?
That's when he really looked like her. He did.
Boy, that tickled me. Oh, that was years ago. I said, oh, he was in there in the damn theater. Them people was in there. I said, oh, wow. Let my imagination run wild.
And you know the first thing I did? I called my cousin and said, see, y'all used to say I was the angriest little kid ever. I knew he was a freak. It was weird about somebody that old wanting to be around kids.
I
knew he was a sick freak named Pee Wee. Who named Pee Wee?
Yeah, he would wear them on tight.
Carolyn Bryant's middle name.
Carolyn Pee Wee.
And he did come off creepy too. It's like he never would shut that shit off. Yeah, he did. But yeah,
And see, when he got caught in that theater, y'all, he was attempting to be a man. That's what he was doing.
You know what? I seen him in one movie that I like. Remember that movie Blow? LBZ? I like that movie. He played a good part in that movie.
The gay dude, they snitched on him. I hated him in it. I said, damn, Pete. Look, I hated him in that movie, but he was good.
It seemed like he was more like himself in the damn movie.
That's what I say. That's why I said, damn, Pee Wee, why you seem like you would be a gay snitch? You do seem like a gay scumbag snitch jacking off in the movie theater. You sick bastard. Carolyn Bryant, you ought to be ashamed of your nephew.
Yeah, after that,
y'all think Carolyn looks like Elvis Presley?
Lord, it wasn't no.
They said Carolyn Bryant looked like Elvis Presley.
I'm not fucking with you. You wild as a yeah.
I don't care. Hey y'all, I don't care what you do. Just don't step on my blue suede
shoes. Lord, this a bitch. Y'all wild. This shit says she look like Elvis.
Well, you got to remember, before Elvis died, he had got fat and bloated. He went the opposite way. That he was still wearing them old crazy outfits, and they had to squeeze his fat ass in there.
Shit stains all on the back of the white jumps with his fat ass. He got this nigga got lobster grease all on the front of the jump.
His favorite sandwich was mayonnaise with bananas.
Well,
bananas.
I remember when he was still living, because a lot of people were saying during his concerts his breathing would be labored, and and they said they were afraid he was going to pass out.
Yeah, he
was too fat to be up on them stages. That's what it was.
I seen it.
Just like Bobby Brown today. Bobby Brown, if you go watch New Edition perform, Bobby looked like he about to pass out with his fat ass.
All them drugs. He
didn't have 2 heart attacks.
Yeah, y'all know that Bobby had 2 heart attacks. Bobby Brown. And when he's performing with New Edition, the other members are still thin. Bobby's all big and fat. Do y'all know sometimes he got to leave the stage because he's exhausted?
Yeah, and he had to go get him some oxygen.
He out that jump with an oxygen tank dancing.
Yeah, Bobby ain't
Bobby ain't in good shape at all. And I watched another video where the other 4 members were dancing and Bobby fell back and just stopped moving.
It was sad. It was sad because you remember
how Bobby keep up with the rest of them.
Bobby used to dance all across that stage, and I said, "Damn, Bobby, you didn't really let yourself go. He didn't swallowed himself."
Yeah, Bobby had 2 heart attacks.
And swallowed them damn pills.
New Edition is touring and singing, and when you watch them, like I said, the other 4 members are still thin. Bobby is as big as a house, and he just can't keep up with them with the dance move and singing. He can't keep up with them.
I was watching that on his that reality show that they had out because he went to his doctor to even see if he could be able to tour, and I knew they was gonna let him go, but he wasn't in no shape to tour. I mean, he wouldn't even complete the dance steps or anything. He had to go somewhere and lean on something.
He got to go sit down. I watched a couple of their concerts, and Bobby, he just couldn't keep up.
You have you seen? Have you seen any of the Jacksons concerts? As old as those dudes is, they still can get out there.
Yeah, but they ain't the same size as Bobby.
No.
You gotta think about it. The Jackson boys, most of them, at the most, they done had maybe a little pill addiction here, maybe an alcohol addiction there. Bobby had all that shit. Smoked cigarettes, weed, crack, cocaine, pills, lean, alcohol,
and food addiction.
Right, and he eat like a motherfucking racehorse. That shit. Yeah.
Bobby did everything in excess.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a joint though, y'all. Old clip. It said Elvis wants the kids to stay away from drugs. I
Mhm.
said, damn, even if it meant him doing all of the drugs to keep it out
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Elvis wanted to keep the kids off drugs. That's
Mhm.
why he did all the damn drugs. I'll make sure the kids stay off drugs by doing all the cocaine.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going to deny Bobby has been through a lot. He
Mhm.
really has. He's
Yeah.
lost 2 children. Whitney died, and believe me, he still loved Whitney when she passed on. He still
Mhm.
loved her.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm.
And the thing is, that's a lot for a person. You don't expect your kids to die before you. That's a tough thing for somebody to go through.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm not going to say he didn't go through no hard times. He really did.
Yeah, in that reality show, Lisa, he found his son dead. Because
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I said, boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It wasn't Elvis' wife that got him like that. Elvis' wife was a child, Onika.
Yeah, he
Elvis,
was messing them with underage girls.
I'm sure was.
yeah, Elvis liked them underage.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah,
he said,
it's amazing how they'll look the other way on that, but R. Kelly got to go to jail.
Mhm.
But
yeah, he gotta go to
Elvis and what's that other one that just died?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. They
Yeah.
can mess with all the little girls they want.
Yeah. Marrying
He married.
marrying their
Yeah,
cousins, all kind of shit.
I'm about to say he did the double whammy, didn't he, True Roy?
Mhm.
He married
Yeah.
a little girl that was his cousin.
Mhm.
Mhm.
What they call that stuff? White slavery. That's what they call
I
it.
call that shit. I call that shit inbreed.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they just
Inbreeding pedophilia. He
But
said, "Look, I ain't gonna just be a pedophile. I'm gonna be an incestor too. I'm gonna go for."
Oh, Weezy, you a mess.
He sure is. I was thinking about in that reality show when they went to that little center and they were meditating and Bobby had his shirt off.
Mhm.
Damn, he had titties. He
Yeah,
had
he
belly.
is
I
just
said,
huge.
damn, Bobby.
It's huge. You can just tell Bobby is eating any and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He really is.
I said, damn, Bobby.
Damn, Lisa, he just put look. Tariq just said that too. He just came here, Lisa. I was thinking about you on this podcast. He said, I done got some mambo sauce, y'all. I put that shit on everything. I bust out like he said, y'all just don't understand. I said, no, I do.
Mhm.
He said,
But
he
you
said,
know,
I've been
Boy,
ordering.
let's hope Bobby don't discover the mumbo sauce.
Lord,
That's what I was about to
I
say.
had
Lisa.
mumbo sauce. I gotta try that.
Oh Lord, it's
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah, you gotta put. Look, Lisa, he putting he eating everything with the mumbo sauce. Let me get some ice cream and mumbo sauce. Bobby is fucking.
Yeah,
You
going
know-
overboard, right?
Bobby's oldest son looked like he was on border of getting obese too.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was big young. Yeah, he was. He was chunky face. I saw him,
Yeah.
man. But that's sad what happened. But Bobby, man, come on, Bob, you can't
even-
eat yourself to death.
Mm-mm.
Bob
And then
Bob
trying to
just
tour.
eating. Right.
Yeah.
This nigga eating half a pork.
Now I see why they were saying that when they go on tour, Bobby don't get nobody no problems. They don't have no problems with
Well, where is he gonna go? He too damn
too damn big.
Right.
Where is he gonna go?
Oh yeah, he on his best
This-
behavior now. 'Cause they
This
said them-
nigga ordering sides of beef.
they said them tours used to be off the hook. They would, because they would get in fist fights behind the scenes. Oh no, we don't have no problem with Bobby.
Yeah. You know why? Because you know what they do now, Truro? They
Mhm.
drop him off at the zoo with the lions so that they can feed him with them. Because Bobby got to eat like a zoo animal.
Mhm.
Damn, Bobby eat like a damn zoo animal. He up there dancing. Lisa, you said that y'all saw the John Bobby fell back. Yeah, it was a plate of chicken back there. He was back there eating chicken wings.
Oh, here we go.
They dancing. Bobby back there eating chicken wings and shit.
Over on Facebook, Bobby Brown got a crazy ass sister, and she be on there almost every day talking bad about Bobby's wife.
Yeah, I don't agree
And
with her doing that
she's
mess. I
wrong.
mean, I
She
understand how you might feel about Bobby's wife, but even if I didn't like my brother's wife, I don't think I would be broadcasting that all
she
online. I don't think that's right.
she's talking about Bobby under mind control, and he's this and he's that. I never got that impression. He's just not out there doing that foolishness that he used to do. And given what we talking about, you can tell he got some health issues.
Mhm.
Because even when he's driving, they have him to blow into that breathalyzer, to monitor if he's back drinking and everything. He
Yeah.
got a number of issues he got to deal with, and at least his wife is requiring him to be the best that he can be. Because I read an article that recently where they're working on getting that weight off of him.
Yeah.
They
Y'all ever see, not to mean to cut you off.
excuse me.
Whitney, Bobby, Christina, and Whitney's father, they're all buried in New Jersey, in Westfield, New Jersey. I don't know if any of you ever got to see their graves. They said Bobby Christina's marker was actually put up not long ago. Her grave was there unmarked for quite some time.
Oh, I didn't realize
So
that.
this is Whitney with the reddish color or pinkish color tombstone. That's Whitney. This is Bobby Christina in the middle, and this is Whitney's father, Bobby Christina's grandfather. They're all buried together, and they're all buried in New Jersey. This is where Whitney Houston was from.
How old is Cassie Houston? She got to be close to her 90s, huh?
Yeah.
That's even like the Katherine Jackson. She's way up there in age now.
So I mean, yeah. So they're all together. I mean, you see that in a lot of families where families are all buried in the same cemetery. But yeah, I don't know if a lot of people even realize they were buried in New Jersey. I just wanted to show y'all that. That's all.
I didn't realize. I didn't realize her grave was unmarked.
Yeah, it was for quite a couple of years. It was unmarked. They didn't even have the marker up.
No telling what they had to deal with behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, they could have done it for privacy reasons because you know how some people are. Bobby Christina was so young, and I even remember when the show was on, when they were doing the reality show, people used to complain about what a big brat she was and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then when they put that reality show out, after her mom had died, that was way too early. She was really messed up.
Yeah, she had a hard time. You got to look. She was a young woman. She was very young.
Yeah,
when Whitney passed on, and that's a lot for somebody to handle.
It is. I felt tough for her. I really did.
And then on top of that, you got to hear your mother's music. Shit like that. They keep reminding you.
And then you got to hear your mother's drug habit. She had to take in a lot.
And people ask some of the most inappropriate questions and stuff. These people be acting like they know you, and then they want you to be on at all times. That's just a lot for a young person, still immature to even put up with. Then she, that guy that she was with, he wasn't treating her right.
Yeah, that Nick Gordon.
Yeah. Didn't he die too?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
He died of a drug overdose.
I wasn't surprised when I heard that he had died because I knew he was messed up on drugs.
Bobby Brown had said in his book that he never drunk. Janet Jackson got him drinking, and Whitney the one that got him on drugs. So now that he big like this, I think he done got with Lizzo. She done got him eating biscuits and syrup.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Let me stop.
Oh Lord, don't get started on Lizzo.
I wanted to sneak that one in. I'm sorry. I had to sneak that one.
Lizzo act like she can't do no wrong. She letting them people encourage her to just disrobe herself and make herself look like a fool. You become a caricature to these people.
Yes, you sure do.
You don't
You
give a
sure
damn about
do.
you.
But it's a shame because I mean, for with the exception of her father, Whitney and Bobby Christina were still fairly young.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
young.
they were.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
Right.
I saw one of her videos when she was in concert. I was like, that woman could blow back then.
Mhm.
Man, Whitney was out of this world. She was on fire when she was back in her 30s and 40s.
Oh
She
yeah.
was on
Yeah.
fire in concert. Her concerts were off the hook.
Mhm.
They
You
said
know,
she
That's
would
fucked
keep
up.
you waiting forever, but once she took to the stage, she gave you a show.
yeah, I remember when I
Why?
was a teenager, my mother used to get me this teen magazine, and Whitney would be on it because she was the only black girl on there. And she used to have like what, a little small afro.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was in high school, she blew up. You know, the one thing that I often share with my children, that you knew you was a part of something really big, because in high school it was Michael with his music and Prince with his music, and it was just like epic. The music that was coming out, that stuff was epic. I mean, high school was just like one big party. If it wasn't Michael, then it was Prince. It was just back and forth. And all the music was just so good. We had a ball. We had a ball in those pep rallies and stuff in high school.
Yeah, Whitney was actually a phenomenal singer. I heard about Whitney back when she was just singing in the church. I mean, word spread about this exceptional young woman with this incredible voice. A lot of people, if you were in New Jersey at that time, even before she became a big artist, you heard about Whitney. I know
That's
I
how we
did.
found out about Johnny Gill. That's how people found out about Johnny Gill in DC. They like, he's singing at the church.
Yeah,
Like, damn.
that's
He
where
must
sound
be
like
a
sound like
savage
yeah,
motherfucker.
sound like a grown ass man.
And
Niggas
they
didn't
said
even go to
Whitney,
church.
yeah, they said Whitney would be blowing the roof off of that church every Sunday.
Yeah, that's what was so funny. We didn't go to church, and my father still knew. I'm like, how the hell you know? You ain't never took us to no damn church. It don't matter. He be singing up there off of Minnesota Avenue. Everybody talks about him. I said, damn, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying I heard about Whitney back. She was still a teenager back then. And I think a lot of people knew what a phenomenal singer she was. I mean, it just spread. It was one of those things that spread around.
Yeah, because see, you got the local stuff. That what I remember is Whitney singing with Jermaine Jackson, and then she was doing background vocals for Shaka Khan. And I was like, wow, that young lady sure sings pretty good. And then, but high school is then when it all, like really came out, and it was just like, whoa, she was truly the voice. And then I remember there was a window where the black community was sort of hating on her because they was trying to make her more like this so-called pop princess and stuff. And then she really got into her groove of doing more of the R&B, because they was trying to package her in such a way. But they was at first kind of hating on Whitney a little bit.
Well, let me help you, because it's something you missed.
Okay.
Now, remember, I was younger. You was a little older, so you right. The community did start hating on Whitney for a little bit, because Whitney started pandering more to those white radio stations, and Whitney won all them fucking awards. Remember that year she won all them Grammy awards? And then they said, and then that motherfucker, the grease man, that cracker down here on radio said, I will never forget the morning he said it on the radio. No wonder they drag him behind trucks.
What?
Yeah. Whitney Houston won a whole bunch of awards. And that motherfucker said, no wonder they drag him behind trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember when Prince came out, I had his first album, Controversy. Y'all remember that? I had that album. Chris had that big Prince had that ginormous afro. Yeah, he had that big afro. I love that big afro he had.
You know, my father, Lisa, told me that he has seen Prince up in Reno at this at a little small venue, and Prince was on stage in some pumps and panties and a leather jacket. But he said his music was good, but he was like, well, why this kid got this stuff on? You know, so he said he didn't really pay attention. And then a few short years later, then he, you know, really blew up because, you know, Prince, you know, he could play damn near all instruments.
Very good. That's why it used to fuck people up. Even me as a fan, I could never watch Prince perform, knowing that he could play that guitar like that, knowing he'll fuck around play the drums, but he'll also fuck around and be wearing the gayest, most borderline shit, and then start doing some way freaky, outlandish shit that I didn't need to see as a child, nor as an adult, or as an old ass man. I don't need to see.
You wasn't really
necessary.
necessary.
You know, when
He
he
had the
was,
talent.
you
He had
know,
the talent.
you know, I had somebody subscribe to me, and it said they were Prince, and I was like, Prince is listening to me, me, right? And you know that I never seen any more signs of him coming to my channel since he died. I think it really was him.
It could have been. You never
You
know.
know,
It might have
it was
been.
crazy.
Because Prince was one of them. Prince was a kindred spirit. Prince was a kindred spirit. Yeah, he was one of them. So yeah, it was a good chance. I know one thing though. That motherfucker was the most talented individual ever when it came to music. That was my guy.
What now? If you want to call somebody a genius, that was a genius right there.
That was a genius. You can't call a motherfucker. Look, I'm not a genius because Shaka Khan, I know people like the song Through the Wire. I swear to God. That don't make me no genius because guess what? Black people like Through the Wire. If I let Shaka Khan sing that in the hook while I talk, black people will still like Through the Wire. Then I'll remix it and say some other words, but I'll still use her beat. I think this will be a hit. Why? Because the other song was a hit? That don't make you no genius to know that a song is good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. No, yeah, you're right.
You know what? You know what was funny? I was listening to Shaka Khan do an interview, and that song "I Feel for You." Do you know she didn't want that rapping in there? Shaka Khan did not like rap, and she did not want the rap in there. But they convinced her, no, put that in because rap is the big thing, and it all turned out great. She even had to admit it turned out better than I thought.
It sure did.
But you know, she's from old school, so she wasn't into the rap. But that song really blew up.
Do you know that my man Jeff Say Less Sports sent me a clip on Instagram one time? It was like, this is why I can't fuck with Kanye. Said what? It was him with Shaka Khan. He was playing Through the Wire. She was singing Through the Wire, and she started singing her part. And he went, I can't even lie, y'all. I don't know the word. Then how the fuck did you steal the song? So you don't know Through the Wire, To the Limit, To the Wall. He don't know that. Wow. He don't know that. He really don't.
Yeah.
At least he told the truth.
Yeah, I guess, but I wouldn't have told it on stage while the woman. First of all, I would have done my homework, even if I didn't know the song. I would have listened to it 8 million times before I go on the stage and perform it with Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
Then secondly, I wouldn't steal her
what I don't get, because Shaka Khan, you know, she was in the Black Panthers at one point in her life. I never understand how somebody can be in the Black Panther and then marry a white man, because she married a white man.
Sure did.
A white man.
I was like, how do you be in the Black Panthers? You turn around and get a white husband.
I understand how. I do. I know how. Cause I always said this shit. If you was a Black Panther and you was thorough, you already dead or you still in jail. If you out of jail and you a quote unquote Black Panther, you a sellout. I hate to say it. You a sellout. Think about it. Look, guess who else said their father is a Black Panther? What's that?
Kanye. Kanye's
Jamila
father was
Lemieux.
Yeah, Kanye recently said his father was in the Black
His
Panther.
father was a Panther. Yep. Jamila Lemieux. Her father was a Panther. Then turned to a Chicago Police Department officer who ended up beating up Black people. Let's think about it. Eldridge Cleaver was one of the more thorough Panthers. He came back buck dancing for Ronald Reagan.
Lord.
He sure did. I remember that.
Sure did. Sure did.
So Huey ain't sell out. He died mysteriously in a crack deal, being strung out at the end of his days.
Yeah.
You know, we got True Roy's uncle who died in prison.
No, that's my stepfather.
Your stepfather. Okay. Yeah, but he died in prison.
Yeah.
So we talking about Asada. She's in Cuba in exile.
Right. But you know, there's other Black Panthers in Cuba with her. She's just the most popular one. So she gets mentioned the most, but she wasn't the only one there. There were others that fled to Cuba also.
Wow.
And I seen one of them a long time ago on YouTube. He was long ass dreads. The brother was talking about, yeah, man, we can't go back. And then I thought some of them was in Algeria and places like that. So there is some still Panthers that's exiled. But anybody walk around, look at Angela Day. Selling out.
Well, see, LVZ, Angela Davis was never in the Panthers.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She was not in the Panthers.
But one thing about her that she's always going to be famous for, Angela Davis, back then, she had to defend herself. She got arrested and everything.
Yeah.
She successfully defended herself in court against high-powered lawyers.
Yeah.
And she won. And that's the one thing that's probably one of the most famous things that she actually did in her career.
Yeah, she's a professor up at Santa Cruz State, and she's married to a white woman.
Yes,
a white
woman.
See?
Yes, she is.
I know. So see what I'm saying?
And then she has a sister in Oakland that's a lawyer as well. So her sister seemed to be more down with the community. And stuff. But when I was in high school, she had came to speak. And back then in high school, she was dating Black women. And then she went over to white women and stuff. And they did say that I did find out later on as I got older, because I was too young to even understand what was going on, that it was a lot of white. I knew white women had infiltrated, but it was a lot of white women that got in relationships with Black women in the Panthers. So that was part of the infiltration too. They was getting with the Black men and the Black woman. And then they was saying to the Black woman, oh, your man is ruling over you and all that. And we didn't have time to be separating. We was fighting with the enemy. If there was any internal things going on with us, we could have worked those things out later. We didn't need nobody up in our ear telling us that shit. But you could form something right now and it ain't gonna start out good anyway, because they're gonna have infiltrators in there immediately and stuff. They know how to get that shit messed up quick because they don't want nothing established.
Yep, that is the truth. That is the truth. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and conclude. We've been on here for a long time.
All right. Well,
So everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. We'll definitely do this again sometime in November. I'm sure there's going to be plenty for us to talk about then.
oh, it's going to be interesting
Mhm.
because I think those elections is what, on the 8th?
Yeah, that's the blood moon too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have plenty to talk about. Believe
Okay.
me. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your night. We'll definitely do this again.
All righty.
You know, it is
Shalom,
fun. It's
sisters.
a lot of fun.
Love y'all.
Yes.
Shalom.
Love
Yes.
you more. I'm
Shalom.
surprised I hung in there and made it with y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shalom, family.
All right. Shalom. Take this down.